guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm trying something new today. I just wanted to jump in. I've been gone 3 days, so I haven't had a chance to do any kind of video or anything. Have been listing some stuff this morning, so uh, I just want to jump in and do a little listing and hang out and talk to you guys. And if you want to join in, let me know, and we'll get you joined in. We'll sit around, we'll chit chat for a little while. Uh, First, I do want to go over. I've sold some things this week. Let's go over what I sold last 2 weeks. I haven't had a what sold video in a couple of weeks, so we'll go over what sold this week real quick, and we'll start there. I just thought I'd do something different this morning. I do have my live show tomorrow at 6 p.m. We may have a special guest joining us. It's not 100% sure because of where they're going to be at. They're traveling. Leroy's traveling this week, so he may not have a good internet connection to come in. If he does, he will. So Leroy from Blood, Sweat, and Sale and Resale Information Network, he will join us if he's able to. He may not be able to, but we're going to see, and he's going to try and see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I did want to report, I did have a Macari sale yesterday. It was a pair of Hoka 1-1 shoes. Let's see, these right here, a pair of Hoka 1-1 shoes. Let's see if you guys get it. I sold that for $97 yesterday. So that's a pretty good deal on those. I actually picked those up at a Salvation Army in Seneca, South Carolina. I ended up paying up for those. Guys, if you're familiar with me, I'm starting to pay up for items. I think I ended up paying $15 for those. No. I paid $20 for those. I paid $20 for those shoes. And of course, they sold on Macari for $97. They hadn't been listed on Macari. They hadn't even been listed a week on there. I just cross-listed them last week, so that's a good sale there. On eBay, over on eBay, I haven't sold anything on Poshmark. I finally did get some items listed on Poshmark. On eBay yesterday morning, I sold a lot of six Hero Guitar Hero PS2 games. I sold them for $60 plus shipping. $60 free shipping on those. The next we sold some World War II United States Marine Corps Private First Class shirt ranks. It's just the insignia on the shirts. I sold them for $6.86 plus shipping. We sold a Porsche white gold coffee mug. It's got the logo, Porsche logo with a gold rim around top. Sold it for $15 plus shipping. And then I sold something that's been in the store for I think a year or more. It's a Reinhardt. It's an old vintage Reinhardt College Supreme Chucker snapback. It had the foam in it. Pretty cool blue hat there with the Reinhardt symbol on the thing there. And I sold it for $14.50 plus shipping. And then I also sold a vintage Italian brass vase pitcher. I sold it for $12 plus shipping. Excuse me. It was a small vase, so it wasn't that valuable. And of course, I sold a lot of 3-packs GE Clear C5 crystal replacement bugs for Christmas tree lights, guys. You see them things hanging around, pick them up. And sell them in lots. That's what I did. I sold them in lots. I sold them for $10 plus shipping. We sold an Elo glass with silicone lid tumbler coffee mug, a pink one. Sold it $5 plus shipping. And then we sold a Bible. We sold a Golden Children's Bible, the Golden Books. This is from 1993. I don't know if you guys remember, if you're my age or a little bit younger, a little bit older, you remember going into the doctor's offices and them big, thick, white children's story, Bible story books that was in the doctor's offices. Well, I sell them. I pick them up anywhere I can find, library discards or whatever, and I pick them up and I do sell them. I get them for $12. I sold this one for $12.73. And then, of course, we sold a Halloween charm stretch bracelet. Sold it for $6 plus shipping. I sold Pokemon Dakari 10, a 3 booster pack, and a Halo TCG cards. It was sealed. I sold it for $10 plus shipping. And then I sold last Friday. Uh, I picked up 2 brand new Facebook portal messenger WhatsApp video calling systems. I got both of them for $50, and I sold both of them for $130 plus $31.45 shipping. Of course, that went to California. So that was a pretty good investment there. And here's the thing, I sold them the same day. I bought them Friday. I listed them Friday when I got in, and they sold that night. I actually, me and Leroy just finished up our show, and they sold within an hour or so after I finished my show Friday night. So that was a real quick turnaround on $50, and that was really really good. Just I could not. I wish I could find more of these. That's an awesome deal. We also sold a ballast, a brand new ballast for $7.80. We sold a Build-A-Bar candy corn. It's like candy corn color. Sold it for $16.50. Build-A-Bear. I'm sorry. Sold it for $16.50. I sold that vintage tomato press food mill in a box. It was missing one little shoot, if I recall correctly. I sold it for $15 plus shipping. I sold a vintage Sharp electric calculator. It was an E1 814. It didn't even have the power charger. Sold it for $40 plus shipping. Let's see what else we sell. We sold Creative, another cross stitch. Remember, guys, if you see them cross stitches, I pick them up all the time. They're brand new in the bag. I pick them up right around 25 cents a pack. And I sell this one for $5.63. I have sold them upwards to $30. So that, just keep in mind when you look at those that they do sell. A Jenga Fortnite edition. It's one of those where you stick your blocks in the thing. It's a game. It's a kid's game. You pull the blocks out and wait for it to fall. I sold that there for $7.20. I sold a Maxell recording tape. It's for a Sony digital camera. Sold it for $3 plus shipping. I sold a chainsaw blade, $10.80 plus shipping. Sold a 1994 Hardee's Rise and Shine homemade biscuits coffee mug, $6.56 shipping. Some kind of remote control cars. There's Sharper Image Road Rage speed bumpers, $11 plus shipping, and that's pretty much it. The rest of it, I think I covered it in videos. But I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to list some stuff. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. I'll talk here and there about what I've got, and please let me know. I have started earlier. I did list some stuff, and I'll show you some shoes I'm going to clean today also. And we're going to get those shoes listed today too. But I did start a couple of new apps. So I opened up a Depop store this week. I haven't got anything cross-listed over to it yet. I'm going to try the Posh Sidekick app. It's a bot app. I got a 7-day free trial on it. I'm going to try it out. It's a bot app for Poshmark where it catches, it does the auto follows, it does the auto send offers out and all that with the likers and all that stuff. Does the auto shares and all that things that you normally have to do with Posh, but this is a bot. It's called Posh Sidekick. So we're going to try that out. And then I got another app. It's called a cross listing. It's another cross listing app. Just like I said, it's just cross listing. It's on the Apple iPhone. I imported all of my items off of eBay this morning. And so we're going to cross list over. Now, the reason I picked this one to try is because, let's see. I'm looking at it right here. Active, let's see, cross list, importance. Okay, the reason I wanted to try it is it has Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, eBay, Citizen, and Grail on this app that these are the platforms you can cross list to. When I was Googling it though, it said it had Vented on there. I haven't found the Vented app yet. And I use Vented. There's no selling fees on Vented. If you're ever interested in looking that up, let me see if I can pull up a link here and share it with you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that up. There it is, online marketplace, Vented, online marketplace, vented.com. Let me get it in here. All right, let me share that with you guys there. My dog's going crazy for some reason. So here's the link for vented.com. Guys, do the information, do check on that and see if it's any good and you can use it or anything. See if it'd be something worth your while. They do have where you don't have to pay selling fees. Let me see if I can pull that up and actually show you guys that about how it works, about us, cookie settings, privacy terms, condition. Let's see if this is how it works. Is in there. Let's see. Well, here we go. I can do it like this. Let me go right here. Give me 1 second, guys. Vented selling fees. And show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, I'm going to share this screen with you guys. If I can get to it here. Let's see if I can remember how to share. Leroy showed me how to share the other day. But I need to have 2 screens. Apparently, I don't have 2 screens. But so I'm not going to be able to see what we're looking at. But I'll be able to. Let's see. Share screen. Let's see. Vented selling fees. Let's see. A window. There we go. I don't know what that window is. Okay. We want to click this one here. Share it. All right. We're going to click over here. And there we go here. All right, so while there are no fees for selling on Vented, buyers have to pay a buyer protection fee and a percentage between 3% and 8% to Vented with each purchase. This means it's free for you to sell and you get to keep all the profit. So here we go right here. It says, how much does Vented take per sale? Look down here. It says, does Vented have fees? There are no fees involved with selling on Vented, and because they take payment through the platform, you won't need to pay PayPal fees either. Instead, buyers pay a buyer protection fee, which guarantees a refund in case orders are damaged, not as described, or lost in transit. So we got some other things here. Is Vented worth it as a seller? In my experience, it says Vented is very much about selling items you no longer want or need, fast, and things pitched fast. What let's see, no longer want or need, fast, and things pitched at unrealistic prices just won't sell. In fact, when listing an item which is super easy, it gives suggestions based on what people are selling similar items for. Use that, trust me. I used Vented for 4 weeks and made this much in cash. Wales online. Let's see. What is the downside of Vented? Let's see what the downside is. They are the main disadvantages of the platform. They're listing fees. Even though you have a number of free listings, you can still face a charge when you list more than the limit. The final value fee, they are based on the amount that you get the item sold for. Resellers don't receive the money right away. Yes, resellers. Okay, so the way that works, here, I'll go back to this and we'll close this out. All right, so the way that works is that when you sell an item and when you ship the item, you'll get paid once the item's been received. They got a grace period there to be able to return the item, see if it's any good. And so you have that, I mean, it's kind of like, marketplace, Facebook marketplace, how Facebook marketplace is when you sell something and you ship it off, you got to wait 5 days after they receive the item before you get paid. It's one of the reasons why I don't use Marketplace. But I have sold something on Vinted when I first did it, and if I recall correctly, I didn't. It didn't take long for me to get my funds, if I recall correctly. But the reason I'm just now starting to use Vinted again is I just didn't have time to move things over to Vinted, and so that brings me back to this this cross listing app that I found on the iPhone that it said it used Vinted as one of their platforms, and that was the reason why I even tried it. So I can't find Vinted, so I may end up not using this platform for the simple reason that's why I wanted to use it, just specifically for Vinted. But so that didn't work. So let's see here. I want to get. So I got. I don't know if anybody knows what these are. I don't. I didn't know when I when I first looked at them, but then I figured them out right after I picked the bag up. But I bought a bunch of these right here. These are. Can you guys see that? These are Skylanders, like things that go with their toys or whatever you want to call them. The video game pieces that go with a video game, and I got two of these. I picked a whole bag of these up, and I'm showing you each one that I got. I picked a whole bag of these up for $1. So, and they've been put up in the attic. You know, they've been in a big box, and I've just been doing some unpacking and stuff, and checking these things out. And I've listed maybe 2 or 3 items already this morning, so I had know nothing about any of these. So I just want to, I just thought, while I was sitting here listening, I was like, I was actually listening to Reseller Information Network on the TV. And I got to thinking, I was like, them guys, they just, I love them, by the way. I absolutely love these guys, man. They're fun. They crack me up, man. I mean, I just enjoy them. And you get a lot of really good information, like Cernoch the other day, Chris. He during a live show, and I think they're going to cut a video out of that portion there. I think I'm not 100% sure. They did talk about it in their show, and that they could have. He went over how to list shoes, which was some very valuable information because a lot of information he gave I didn't even know, So in listing and filling out all the item specifics, so that was a really good show to watch. I love them guys on Reseller Information Networks. They are just really really awesome. And to be quite honest with you, between them and Cat the Nurse Flipper, they are the ones that have inspired me to do this, to do the live shows. I always wanted to do YouTube just to help people out anyway, but to actually do the live shows, they're the ones that inspired me to do that. So I really enjoy it. I like it. It's a lot of fun for me. And I do hope you guys that are watching, I do hope that you do get something out of it. I do hope it does give you some knowledge somewhere. I'm not perfect at this. I haven't been doing it for 20 years like these other guys have. So I've made mistakes along the way, and I want to let you guys experience what I experienced by. That's not correct. I made mistakes along. See, this is why my videos take so long for me to edit when I do my other videos, because I get my words and my thoughts scrambled up. My experience, I've made some mistakes along this journey, and I want to be able to give people advice to help keep them from making the same mistakes I have, because some of them mistakes have been costly, so that's just, and I'll give you my first mistake. Here's the first mistake I ever made on eBay, and I hope whoever's watching this will help you, and it has to do with returns. So when I first started on eBay, it was all about, from what I gathered, from my understanding, is reviews, your reviews that you get. So you wanted a good review to build your store. Well, I had bought, oh man, I'm tired. It's late and I've been up early. I bought a Keurig. Me and my wife actually went somewhere up north, Asheville, I think it's North Carolina, Asheville or South Carolina, maybe in North Carolina. I can't remember. We went to Asheville, and there's a Goodwill Benz up there around there somewhere, which is, oh, man, a sucker looked like it was 2 stories from the outside, but of course it's not, and it was really, really nice. But we found a Keurig, nice big Keurig in the box still, as like, I'm sure it had been used. I listed it used, not brand new. So we had listed it, and I bought it for right around $5, something like that. And I brought it home, and we cleaned it. We ran it through. We made sure everything was okay. Made sure it worked. Everything. And we cleaned it and did put it up like we are supposed to. And somebody bought it for, I think it was $85 plus shipping, and they lived in California. So we shipped the item. The person bought it. We shipped the item, and on this Keurig, it had that clear plastic piece that sits on the side that holds the water. So the item was shipped, and it was delivered. And a week later, the guy messaged me and told me that the side of it was busted, and he sent pictures and all that, and he asked for a return on it. And then he said it was also, the box was soaking wet when he got it. It was full of water. There had been water in it, so the thing was damaged. It wouldn't work because the water got into the electronics and blah, blah, blah. I knew for a fact that that was not true. I knew for a fact it was not true. My first thought was that this person was trying to scam me. And I honestly thought the guy, what he was trying to do is he already had a broken piece for his Keurig, and he was trying to make the switcheroo to where he got that one for free, and then send me his back, and and I believe today with knowledge comes, with time comes knowledge. I believe today that's exactly what he wanted to do. But me not knowing and being new and reselling, I just, instead of me paying for a shipping to come back to me from California, I just took the loss, and I just refunded the money. I did. I just refunded the money. So that's what I did. Hindsight 2020, I wouldn't have done that. I would have made him pack that sucker back up and ship it back to me, and then refunded the money. That's what I would have done, and that's what I do today. Any kind of returns that I get, I tell the person, okay, I offer free returns. I do offer free returns. Oh, oh my goodness, excuse me. But and a lot of people don't offer free returns, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't offer returns, and I'm going to tell you experience from eBay. It doesn't matter if you offer returns or not. eBay has a money back guarantee. If they file item not as an item not as described, you're toast. You're accepting that return. If you don't accept returns, eBay is going to give them that return. So, but I offer free shipping for several reasons. I'm a top rated seller. So that with free shipping and 1 day shipping, he gives you top rated seller plus, which that gives me discounts on shipping and discounted on some other certain items on selling fees. I believe that's right. I know it does give me some discounted shipping. I know that, but the other. So I've had free shipping for years for a reason that has to do with top rated seller and 1 day shipping also. So now I have found, though, with my free shipping, recently I had a video game. A guy bought a video game from me, and it was for the Xbox SX series. And the guy bought it thinking it was for the Xbox One. And that's what the guy told on the report, but the report didn't line up with my listing because my listing matched what he said on the report. But regardless, eBay accepted the return. eBay accepted a return automatically. So, guys, you out there that offer no returns, eBay will accept the return automatically for you. I mean, you don't have a choice. They offer that money back guarantee. When they file that thing a certain way, you don't have a choice. It will come back to you. And you're either going to pay for the label or they're going to pay for the label, however you have it set up. So it's just easier just to accept returns. You can have the buyer pay or free shipping. Me, I choose free shipping because it helps my account with fees. And also, I firmly believe that if I have an item and somebody else has the same item, we both accept returns, but this person over here says the buyer pays for returns, and I say that I offer free returns, I think the buyer is going to all choose the free returns. That's what I would do, because it makes it simple for the buyer. So that's how I do that. But the video game, the buyer, I sent him the label. I printed out the label or did the thing where eBay sends him the label. And guess what? He never returned it in the allotted time, never got the label, never shipped it, anything. So the case is closed. And there I am, not without a return. And, so so sometimes when people open returns, it's fine because there have been plenty. I can't count how many times somebody's open return and you send them a label and they don't even ship the item back. They just don't. So a lot of times, things like that just don't happen. But we're getting away from what I wanted to do this video at. We're getting away from where I'm going with this. So I want to go ahead and so I don't know. I know these are like from hold on, man. This tab is using your camera. Okay, I'm sorry, my thing. I know these are like from Skylanders or whatever, but I don't know what they are. So we're gonna look them up. I like to use Google Lens when I look things up. So I guess you guys see that. I like to use Google Lens when I look these up. So when I look things up if I don't know what they are. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of them for $1 in a bag, and so we're gonna see what what they're worth, what they're selling for. We're going to do a picture here and see what happens here. I never fool with Sky. I've seen a lot of Skylander stuff sell on eBay, but I never fool with it because I don't know. Certain ones do sell the characters, not the weapons or whatever these things are called. Certain ones do sell for a lot of money if you can find the right ones. So that's pretty cool there. So what I do a lot of times when I list an item, I use Google Lens. I just go straight to Google. I use let me see here. I have a Google app on my phone down there at the bottom right there, Google. And I just click on it and then I'll click the little camera right there at the top. If you guys can see that little camera right there, I'll click on that. And it'll allow me to take a picture here. So we're going to scroll down and take a picture of this thing. Where's it at? There it is. And see what it gives. All right, this is a trap team. Holy cow. This can't be right. All right, so this is a dark spider, shadow spider used. Trap titanium crystal Skylanders. What somebody's got listed on eBay. And I got it listed for $49.99, guys. Let's look at that and see. Wow, that's dark spider, shatter spider, traptanium crystal, Skylanders trap team figure. That's what they're saying. This one is a dark spider. I'm looking at all the pictures, and it's just this one picture. Let's copy paste that title there and see what others are in. What if they're all listed the same price? That one's listed for $50. That's kind of high. Okay, so here's another one listed for $44.99, $44.99, $59.99. Holy cow! $38, $35, $41, $39, $40. Okay, so they're all so this one right here is listed for the $40 range and up on eBay. So let's see. Let's see. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 of them listed, 17, 18. No, that's not it. 16 of them listed. Let's see. This is condition. Let's see. Used. It says there's only four, but I just count. I went past what the recommended was and counted the other ones. Um, it says there's 18 sold here. 39.95 free shipping, $39 plus shipping, 32. That one's on bids there. That was auction. It went on auction, 6 bids, 32.85. $26 on auction, $55 free shipping, 29.99 free shipping, 36, 30. Wow, so look, guys, I picked a whole bag of these different color ones, and this particular one, the first one we pull out is worth $30 plus. Selling for $30 plus on eBay. So we're gonna go ahead and list this thing. We're gonna do 39. I think we're gonna do 39.99. That's what they're all pretty much. I'm looking, yeah, maybe for just a flat 40, maybe just a 45. Give me room there for fees and for offers also. I mean, I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 of them. 8 of them into $1 is, you know, let's see, 12 cents a piece. So I got like 12 cents to 12 cents a piece for these. So I can put them at anything I want and accept any offer and still come out really, really good. Just sell one, and the rest of them's all profit. So that's the man. That just wow. I like that. I like to sell similar. Um, when I go to my sold comps, I like to pick out the ones that have sold, and then I just do a sell one like this. That's what I normally do. But I do check everything as I go down. Of course, I take my own pictures. We'll go ahead and take a picture of this thing here. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so we got pictures there. All right, so it's used. Brand is Activision. The product line is Skylanders, action figures, Skylander Trap Team, Shadow Spiders, video game series Skylanders, MPN. Does not apply. Made in China. Year manufactured, I don't know. Boys and girls and custom SKU SL1. We'll put that in here. SL1. If anybody's got any questions, man, please feel free to ask. If there's anyone here, I notice there's a few in here. Feel free to ask any questions you like. We can chit chat while I do this. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy talking, as my wife says. Uh, so we're gonna list this sucker for. I think I'm gonna list it for. I'm gonna do 45. 45. We're going to allow offers. And we are going to do free shipping on this one. Let's do free shipping. Offer free shipping. Yeah, I'll do free shipping on it. And then we'll go down here. 1 day shipping. Save. We'll go down here to sell it faster with promotions. I will promote it. I do all my promotions at 5%. I never do what's recommended, and I used to do the dynamic ad rate, but I don't do that anymore either. But I do cap it at 5%. So, but from what I've learned though, everything is above 5%. Everything is above 5%. So I don't mind being on the low ball, but you have to at least do 2% from my understanding. So, or it's either off or you do 2%. So I just raised it up a little bit to 5% because you never know. Enlist. All right, that one's listed. All right, we're gonna put in SL1 over here. I got some bags. I'm gonna put these in. Let me get those out. I got to find them. They're supposed to be in my. Okay. I don't have a lot of room to move around. Small space, you know. These are not the bags I was looking for. I got a bunch of little baggies somewhere. Oh wait, is that in there? No, that's something else. Oh, that's weird. That's like really. What the hell? I got them, so I bet you that there they are right there. I'm so blind, they're right here underneath me. There you are, right there. There we go. Couldn't see them, but I do have more than this. Is weird. Sometimes with little items, I just put them in like a small bag. I put them like in a small bag, and just that way it keeps them from getting scratched or any kind of damage or anything. And I'll even ship them in this bag too. Put in SL1, just drop it right in that one right there. All right, so we got another one here. Oops, got a red one right here. We're going to try it out. Wonder if it's worth $50. That's pretty cool, I think. I told you guys, I don't know if you guys remember or not, I picked up some Pokemon games and I listed them on eBay, and they was listed for, they were like the gold and the black and stuff like that. And I didn't have them listed too high. I actually had them priced lower than what everybody else was selling them for. And I just could not, even had free shipping on them. And they were listed for like 3 weeks. I had so many views and so many watchers, but nobody bit the hook. And I don't understand why, because it's a sought out popular item. Those items are. So I ended up, I only spent $5 each for them. I had six of them, so I had $30 in them. So I ended up selling them on Whatnot for, I think it was $140. I sold all of them for $140 on Whatnot. I mean, get them gone. I'm not gonna. I don't buy stuff to sit. I mean, if you didn't want it, then if people don't want it, then I'm gonna try and move it a different way on a different platform. All right, let's Google Lens this red one right here and see what this one is. Okay, this one is another, of course, it's a Trap Team guy. This one's a Fire Elemental Eternal Flame Torch. All right, this one don't look like it's as profitable as the other one. Let's see, this one, it did sell for $5.99 free shipping, but you know what? I've only got $1 in these things, so I'm sorry, 12 cents. I bought the whole bag for $1. So let's see what this one pulls up here. Copy, paste it. Okay. They're listed. Got 10 listed, $9.99 plus shipping, $9.99, $8.99. All these are plus shipping, by the way. $12.75, $14.95. Okay, so there's 10 listed plus shipping. There's actually more than that. 10, 11. Yeah, 10 listed plus shipping. Okay, let's see what the sell through is. Let's see the condition is used. It's 10. I think I'm gonna have to do this show with with a host. I think I need to reach out to some other people, and that if I do this, I mean, I can start doing this on a Thursday. I don't think there's other resellers out there doing shows on Thursdays. I know Fridays, Wednesdays, and Tuesdays and Mondays are pretty wide open. Wonder if Thursday's a good day for me to do. Huh? I don't know. Let me. That might be something might be interested in. All right. So 10 listed, 4 sold. They're selling right around $5 a piece. So we'll do $10 plus. No, I'm sorry. $5.99, $4.95, $4, $5.45, $8.99. Yeah, there we go. There's one. We'll do it for $8.99. Yeah, we'll do it for $8.99 plus shipping. That's what we'll do. Yeah, yep. That's how I'll do that. And then that gives me room for offers and stuff. I can drop it down. I can send a $5 offer out on it. And it should sell there pretty fast with that. But hey, when you pick up stuff for $1, man, you can't. I mean, why not list it? I pick up stuff all the time for $1, and especially like lots, bag lots. I pick them up all the time, and I do good with stuff like that. Like this, I picked it up for $1, and lo and behold, guess what? There's a $50 item in it. So that was a good find there. Really good find there. Let's see descriptions. Hey guys, comment below if anybody uses the AI descriptions or do you use your own description. Me personally, I use the AI description, but when you use the AI description, make sure you go and you read that sucker. Make sure you read it. This thing says 8 ounces on this. There's no way this thing weighs 8 ounces. It might weigh 3. And I always weigh and stuff. I mean, of course, this will go in a poly bag. I mean, 3 ounces, yeah. So when I do sales similar, I always check the weight on stuff because I know that they can never get the weights right. Ground advantage, forward on, yeah. So we'll put that in SL1 also. So they didn't take long to list either. Just 1, 2. Look, that'll be 8 things when I get these done. That'll be 8 items I've listed. I've already listed the other 3. So that's my 10 for the day, right? So I do 10 today. So the next one's going to be this little light blue color one right here. We're going to try it and check it out and see what it can do here. Let me finish this listing. I didn't finish. I just put the weight on it. 1 business day. Will we promote that? Yeah, we'll promote that one. We'll do a 2% on that one there. We'll do a 2% on that one. List for free. List for free. I'm interested in knowing what type of store people have out there. Like you got the basic store, the starter store, the one higher up where you can list so many thousands of items. I'm interested to know what everybody else is using. All right, so here's another one. This is an air jug head. Air jug head, that's what it says. Air jug head. Pretty neat. Air jug head drafty decanter. Again, it's an Activision Skyliner Trap Team piece there. All these are from the trap team, apparently, which is okay. We're looking at 3 listed on this one. Looking at $4.98, $5.95, $3 listing. Wait, oh, here's another one. 3, 4, 5, 6, $8, $8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, this one's all listed for right around $9.99 plus shipping. All these are. Let's see what they're listing. Looks like. And there's only, okay, there's one sold for $3.60 plus shipping. Another one $8.19 free shipping. Another one $6.95 free shipping. Excuse me. I think I'm going to list this one for 7 free shipping. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do on this one. 7 free shipping. Like I said, 12 cents into it, man. I mean, come on. I know it's a low sale, but I'm just trying to get stuff out of the attic and get it listed, and then go from there, guys. I mean, when I do go to thrift stores now, or go anywhere to buy other items now, I do purchase better quality items, higher priced items, I guess you would say. And maybe not. It seems like you need to pay up in order to make the big bucks. Pay to play, I guess you would say. I apologize. I just that's just what it seems like to me. I do find better items when they're priced a little higher, but sometimes you can come across some that they're just priced really cheap, and you can get a really good deal out of them and get a really good sell through rate on that. Let's see here. This one's got to fill out a lot. Let's see. This one needs a lot to fill. Character. What was the character on this one? This was a joke here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Jughead trap. I've put a lot of times I use NA on my listings just in case, because I don't know. I just don't know what it is. So what the item specific asks for, like MPN. I put NA on MPN all the time. All the time. Excuse me, man. Oh, it's 2:21. I've been going for about almost an hour now. That's quick. We'll leave it like that. And I'll list it for $5.80. $5.80 on this one. We'll do shipping at 3 ounces. Yeah, because that's right around. And they're not going to accept offers. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. And of course, I'll do the 2% on this one also instead of the 5. Not a whole lot of room there. $1, I mean. 12 cents. Yeah, there's a lot of room there with 12 cents. We'll put that in a little baggie right here. And then let's see if I put that one right there. Excuse me, man. I'm having a hard time, guys. Let me go right here. Take a look at something. I don't know if you guys still see me or not. I hope so. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna mute that. I want to. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go this way. Right quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Whoever decided to. Man, I don't know why, but I just started coughing. I hope I'm not getting sick. We're just sitting around chit chatting, listening to some items. Hope you're enjoying it. Get any questions, please ask. Please ask if there's any questions. I love questions. I'll make sure my comments are on correctly. Yeah, yeah, so I can see my comments there. Uh, but we're just talking about all kind of things. I want to. So, give me 1 second here. I'm just looking at something on my phone real quick right here. And there we go. Okay. See, well, I'm trying to share this and seeing if anyone didn't do that way. Anyone interested in joining us? Let's see here. Get to Instagram here. Where is that out right there, with them guys there? I shared it with some people. Maybe. Oh, hello, Lisa. How are you? Sorry, I was looking at my phone when you came in. I this your regular time and you from leaving. No, this is not my regular time that I go live. I've just tried something this morning. I still have the live show at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday night. Every Friday night. So I will be live tomorrow night. Leroy might be joining us tomorrow night. He's traveling this week. So we're not sure if he's going to be able to make it or not. But I talked to him earlier today and he said he'll try, but we're not 100% sure. But this show is I'm just going to I'm sitting here just listing items and just talking and if anybody's got any questions, we can conversate. I just I'm just trying something new. I don't know many resellers that have a show on Thursday during the day. So I've been going for about an hour almost now, and I'm just trying something new. I got a few more things to list, and we'll probably go do lunch or something and do something else. But I just wanted to try something new and see how it went. Uh, eventually, I want to have a show where I can have a panel of people and a different variety of sellers on the panel, and we can all sit around and chit chat, hang out, and talk. Like I was saying earlier, Cat the Nurse Flipper and Reseller Information Network has really inspired me to do this part of YouTube, do the live videos on YouTube. And I really appreciate all the hard work they put into their videos and all the hard work they do into getting information out to us resellers. That information is valuable to us to help us grow in our business. But right now, we're just listing some stuff. I'm in listing some Skylander figures. I bought a whole bag of these right here for $1. We did buy one that was worth right around $40, and it's sold for $40 and up on a regular basis. We did find one in that bag, so that's pretty cool. So the next one we're going to list is going to be this one guy right here. I Google Lens everything, so 'cause I don't know what these. I know there's Skylander trap keys now. I do know that. I learned that from the first one, but each one is different. So we, I just Google Lens them and go from there. See what happens, and then we'll just sit around and list. But feel free to ask any questions you want. Uh, ask anything. We can talk while I do this, and that's fine. If there's something you like to know or about me or anything, please let me know. This is a earth trap on here, and this is another. This one looks like another. Well, there's an $18 price tag on it. This one's a little bit higher. It looks like, guys. Oh no, that's a whole bunch of them. So that's not it. Let's go over here to this. Here. This was a little cheaper. Let's see. Well, this one particular listing that's on Google, it says 395 plus shipping. So this one didn't. This one's not a very popular one or rare. I believe that other black one was rare. And when I searched this one, it did not even. I copied paste and it didn't even pull up the guy's. Okay, so this one here is going to be a little. I'm going to have to create my own listing for it, which is fine. I don't mind creating my own listing. Just got to get the right information on what it is. I'm packing and then heading to the post office to bit. My husband works second. Nice to have company. Oh yeah, Lisa, thank you. I hope you had some good sales this week. I went over beginning of my show. I went over the sales I had, so that was good. Um, I also talked about some apps that I downloaded. I've just started. I created a Depop account, but I haven't actually put it on it yet. I'll be doing that a little later today. I'll spend about an hour and cross list some items today. I opened up also at the beginning of the show. I talked about another cross listing platform that I'm going to try out. The reason I try it out, the reason I want to try it out, because it said, when I googled it, that it cross to another selling platform called. If you look at the top of the screen there, that's my wife. Let me message her real quick. Let's see what it is. Let's see. Let's see what she was. But yeah, Vendit is another platform that don't charge any selling fees. So that's pretty neat deal. Okay. Oh, apparently it's my lunchtime. She's telling me to come eat. Let's see what happens when I tell her time. what I'm doing here. Let's see here. What did there it is there. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're oh there she comes. Hey, honey. Okay, so let's try and get this item listed here. But, I, I believe that's the only one that's I don't see it anywhere else. So we'll do a one like this. We'll go ahead and take some pictures of it. I didn't get the sell through rate on that one, so that'll be okay. I'll probably list it real cheap, $2, free shipping, just to get it going. It's only got 12 cents. There's your wife thrift. Oh yes, she absolutely loves the thrift stores. Man, I can't keep her out of it. She loves doing it. I just can't keep her out of them. She likes the thrifting part. Why? Because that's the fun part. We all love the fun part. We all love the yard sales, thrift stores, and all that. She doesn't like the listing part, like the part that I do. She doesn't like that. But who does? I mean, that's work, right? Yeah, it's not fun. It's work. But actually, I have a little fun doing the listing. I enjoy the fact, like, well, these items here. Look right here. So I've listed three of them already. Okay. And I got one, two, three, four, five. Well, actually four because I got two of the same kind. I got four left to do. Hey, Leroy, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, my man? We're just doing a listing, dude. I'm just sitting here just chilling and listing. I found, look at this. I'm going to show you something. Look at that thing. This thing, let me pull it out of the bag. I'm really excited about this, man. I really am. This is really, really cool. Uh, so I bought all these little. I now know that they're called Skylander keys. I bought all these little keys right here, including this one right here, in a bag for $1. Okay, I bought them all for $1. I put them out and I Google Lens it, and every one of them that's sold is 39.99 and up. Every one of them. So this one piece right here was a good profit. It's going to be a good profit off that dollar bag. I mean, that's just really cool. But Leroy, you are you do you want to come in and chit chat, or are you able to, or not? I mean, if you're not, that's fine. I'm like I said, I'm just sitting here just listening stuff and just hanging out and seeing what happens. We'll see if we can chit chat and talk or whatever. And I'm listening at the same time, so that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Specific. Well, things out. Not really. Not really. Video game names. Skylanders. Skylanders. Mm, let's see. Did he come? Is Leroy, you still here? I don't know if he's still here or not. He may be busy. He was busy earlier. I talked to him earlier. He could be just busy. Let's see. This is life trap key. Character. This is a trap key. Trap key. Your game series. That is say. Oh, it could be Portal maybe. I'm seeing a lot of Spiral. So we'll leave Spyro. Spyro. I think that's what it's called. That system SKU. We'll do it SL1. So Lisa, how is your day? Yes, I am. Wait a minute. Oh, you're busy? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yes. Yeah, I just thought. So Lisa, how long have you been reselling? Okay. Let's see. We're gonna invite Leroy in. Copy. Yeah, let's see. Leroy. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I got you there, Leroy. All right. Let's see. We'll put this picking up containers. I think that's close. Let's see. Pricing. Wow, that was all the way down to a dollar. That's on that different one. Okay. Dollars. And we'll do offers. No. And these little items here, guys, if they don't sell like within 90 days, I'll end up, let's see, I'm 60. My great granddad was an auctioneer. My grandma took me auctioning. My mom had a huge antique mall in a railroad department with different vendors. So, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay, not a problem, Leroy. Leroy is going to join us here in a little bit, guys. He'll be on in a little bit. He just sent me a message in a couple of minutes. Send him the link, and he will be joining us here shortly. So that's going to be fun. I really enjoyed Leroy being on last week. That was really fun. He's a pretty nice guy. 2% on that one because I only seen one of those listed, so I'll do a 2%. Or two or three of them listed. Let's see. Started on eBay in 2001, on and off while my kids grew up, spare money to send them to camp and buy shoes and things. Right, right, yeah. 2001, that's 22 years. So you know more than I do. About eBay. When Leroy gets on, I'm gonna go grab my food and then come back. Yeah. Let's see here. Then we got this thing right here. And then we got this thing right here, guys. It's a green one here. It's showing this is a life number apparently. It's like it's gonna be right around $10 plus shipping on this. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, I'm really impressed. I get excited about when I find something that's really inexpensive and it turns out to be worth a lot of money, you know. So there's gonna be whoops. Okay, there we go. So there's going to be, looks like 39 of these green ones listed. So this has probably got a low sell through rate on this one, expected. And the pricing's all over. Holy cow. So let's see what the sell through rate is on that. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty bad. Looks like one, two. Yeah, the sell through rate on this green one's not good. That's three. Not good at all. Not good at all. There's four. Yep, that's it. There's only four of those sold, so that's gonna go cheap. It'll sit a while. This will sit a while. So, looks like, which is fine. Let's see. I'll go and take pictures of it. I might do a auction on this one right here. That might just be auction material. 99 cents just to get it out the door. I mean, just get it going. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Figure. See. Had to redo their title because their title's all wacky. And got words in it. Need new. I need the word new in your title. It's United Specifics. See. We'll go here. Oh, they got the wrong category too. Wow. So this is going to be video games, console, video game accessories, video games, console, video game merchandise, video game and consoles, video game accessories, other video game accessories right there. So they had the wrong category in their listing there. When you uh, guys, when you if you sell similar stuff, you go in and you look up an item and you do sell similar, make sure you look at the category they have that item in because that could be a big difference of whether how long that item fits or not. Their item specifics, make sure the item specifics match up to what the item you have, because a lot of them could be doing the same thing. A lot of them could be doing the same. Hold on a second. Okay, so a lot of them could be. Oh, there's Leroy right there. Let me switch this over here. There he is.
What's
Hey,
going
buddy,
on, everybody?
let me get my. I'm gonna be right back. I'll let you talk or whatever. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta get my headphones and I gotta go get something out of the house there real quick. I'll be right back. Okay.
Welcome to the Leroy Show,
Oh,
guys.
wait a minute. Let me see here. Give me 1 minute.
Now it's the Leroy Show.
All right. I'll be right back.
How's everybody doing? I have to find the chat. Give me a second, guys. There we go. All righty. I have just got back to the warehouse. I'm going to just get some listings done. Let's see. Started eBay in 2001. Yeah, that sounds like that's when I started. I'm getting them. I'm leaving tomorrow, and I will have them on Saturday. Super excited, Lisa. Super excited. Um, I have a little bit of a tote addiction. Don't tell anybody, but yeah, I'm excited. I think it will be better. I've been looking for something like these. And at the end of the day, they're not going to lose any money. Some of that stuff, if you buy it used and you buy it in bulk, you'll never lose your money on it. I mean, I bought those Dollar General totes that everybody sells on Facebook. I bought them for $5 each. And I bought a bunch of them. There were 20 of them, so the guy gave them to me for like $4 each. I've been selling them for $5 each, here and there.
Let me get my headphones, buddy.
So for me, I feel like if you you invest in that kind of stuff like totes or shelving and stuff, you're always going to get something out of it. So that's what that's what I do. So I don't really care. I've been looking for that size. I think it's going to work. I put a lot of work mentally into these bins, just trying to see if they fit, and I'll get more knowledge when I get them.
Breathing.
But I already have 50 hours in these stupid things. Just mentally trying to figure out how they fit, what kind of cart I'm going to use for them, what else can fit inside of them, how many I can stack in the van. It's it's a big mess. Lisa asked me if I got my totes yet, and she asked the wrong question.
Well, I'm glad you was able to talk about something while I was gone. Uh, was you watching when I was showing about what happened with these?
About those, yeah.
Okay. Go. There
Can
we
you
go.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Had to make sure.
All right, so I'm gonna work on my listings as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna tell you, this is what happened. So we talked on the phone earlier today, and then
Not of course you're not supposed to tell anybody our secrets.
oh,
Then
I'm
they're
sorry.
gonna think we have a bromance. They'll be like, oh, Leroy and Scott are talking. I mean, Leroy and Chris are talking on the outside. They're gonna
Yeah,
bromance. What's really going on? But go ahead. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, but afterwards, I was like, well, while we was talking, I was actually listening too, and I was sitting here and I had you guys in the background, Reseller Information Network in the background, TV, and I was sitting here and I was like, me and my wife talked about this last night about how because I'm gone for 4 days a week, and I don't 3 days of these 3 days I don't get to list, and do other stuff. And I was telling her I just feel so overwhelmed, because I feel like I got so much to do that I'm not going to be able to get to it all. And she says, well, just start allotting time, a lot this time to list, and a lot this time to do whatnot, a lot this time to do yard work, a lot this time to do your
Yeah.
eBay stuff. I mean, not your eBay, your YouTube stuff. And I says, well, I guess I'm gonna have to start doing that. I mean, because otherwise, I just feel so overwhelmed. And so I was sitting here, and we talked, and then I was sitting here listening as I was listing, and I says, you know what? I think because a lot of my videos is me speaking my mind. I talk a lot. Um, so, uh, and so I says I can do that while I list. I can just put my laptop over here, turn the camera on, and somebody wants to come in and join me. We could talk, and I could tell about my sales, which I did at the beginning of the video. I went over my sales I've had for the last week
Yeah.
and a half, and I was just like covered some cross listing information that I've come across, and some stuff on oh man, what's the thing? Vented, another app that I use to sell on. I put the link in the top of the chat there. Um, let's see. So I talked about that in the start. But Lisa's talking to us. What's she saying here?
I was talking to her about my bins. I think she's just replying. She saved stuff from the land. Yeah, saved stuff from the
Yep.
landfill. I have all landfill crazy.
Disposable nation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. People ask me, Lisa, what I do. You know what I tell them? I say exactly what you just said. I save stuff from landfill because I'll get a wrench. I don't have any here that are like all yucky. But this is something that everybody will not throw away. It's just a splitter. But it was a mess. It was all yucky, and I took it on the belt sander. I mean, on the grinder, cleaned it up a couple minutes, then I sprayed it with paint. This thing probably get another 50 years with somebody because I took a few minutes to save it from keep getting worse. That's what I do. I've had offers for people, family members that have. My brother lives in China and has connections over there, and I've had offers to sell brand new stuff from China, and I don't want to. I want to sell used junk that I can give it another life.
Look at this
Yep.
thing. This is a 10 pounder. The only marking on it says made in China. And then it says
Yeah, that's okay.
warning, wear eye gear.
Yeah.
It's dirty. I haven't cleaned it up, but I'm interested in seeing how you do that with grinders.
Yeah, next week when we meet up, maybe I'll have you come up and we can bring a couple things and we'll clean them and I'll show you.
I'll
Only
bring
thing
that.
I'll just say is just if you have a couple bucks, just bring up a can of clear. Get yourself because I don't have much left. A can of clear. It doesn't have to be Rust-Oleum, but just a can of clear.
Other bag
Okay.
of order.
Oh, what?
Hi, Mrs. Chris.
Oh, Leroy said hello.
Hey, Leroy.
That's your new name. Your new name is Mrs. Chris.
Brown. Where this one is green.
He says your new name is Mrs. Chris.
No, I want to be Mrs. Buck Mountain.
You want to be Mrs. Buck Martin?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. That's nice. She got, look at this. She ordered this bag.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
Leather and cowhide.
they're leather cowhide bags. They're like overnight bags or whatever. We went to the Georgia Mountain Fair last Friday. I took my mom, and she found one there she got. So she bought it, and she's like, well, I got that other one on order. Either I'm going to keep it or Brianna's going to have it. So she's trying to have a hard time to decide on which one she wants because she's going to give the other one to our daughter for her for Christmas. Which now I've done said that, and oh man, I hope she don't watch this.
No, you're good. You're good. Just drop it. Don't talk about it. Just keep going.
Yeah. So
question: we teach
Yeah.
each other here, right? This is
Yeah.
This is what we both learn.
right.
I saw it when I came in, but I've never done it. I need to do what you did with your name. I've never seen it before. I think I've seen a couple people with it, and then when I just logged in, I think I saw an option for it. So I need to. I might have to leave. I'm not going to leave, but
All right, hold on,
I
man.
might
You're
have
talking
to
about
go-
you're talking about in the screen right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I. Let me see if I can go
Go to
into
your-
settings. Will it let me do
Go
it
to
in
your
settings?
settings. Yeah, go to your settings and go up to.
Audio.
Well, wait a minute.
No. No.
Well,
Okay.
I can't remember how I did it. It's it. Wow.
It was an option when I came in. It was an option when I came in, and I didn't see it. Chris. I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna come right back.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave, and I'm just gonna come right back in. So don't worry. Okay.
Okay. All right. I don't know how I did that either. Oh, here we go. Leroy, if you can hear me, it's in the at the bottom down right hand corner where you're in the little box there, where it says edit name and headline. You got the little microphone, and then you got the three little dots or whatever. It's in there at the edit name and headline right there. Sorry guys, I am hungry. It's the first thing I've eaten all day. It's Burndrick stew. It's that time of the year again. You guys like Burndrick stew. See, stuff isn't made the same. No, it's not made the same anymore, Lisa. You're absolutely right. It's not made the same. But you're talking about landfill stuff. I go to the local dump and I do pick up electronics from the local dump, and I sell them for parts all the time. All the time. But this is some of the best burger stew I've had in a long time. I apologize for eating on camera, but as well. Oh, there Leroy's back. Okay. There you go. Okay, so you saw it in that three little dots, right?
No. As soon as it says my name normally, now there's a section underneath it.
Okay, look, if you all right, so you see the two boxes with us in it at the bottom of the screen there? Can you see that?
Yeah, I
Right.
see. Yes, edit headline, edit name.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, that's what we do here, guys. We teach
Yeah.
each other.
But I'm
So
sorry for eating, man. I'm
no,
starving.
you. Lisa knows I eat every show, all show. The reason why I told you I had to wait a minute because look, I just eating.
Well,
So,
we
I just want to let me get a little bit started here because I
mhm.
do need to get some stuff listed.
Oh yeah, me too.
So, let's see. So do how long have you had stuff in how long have you had stuff listed on eBay? Like how long? Do you know?
Like, what do you mean? Like, how
Like
long?
what's like do you have anything that's been listed for 6 months, a year? How long have you
Oh
been
yeah.
listing on eBay?
Oh yeah. I got stuff. Well, let me rephrase that. I want to answer this question real quick. She says, "What's in the stew?" I do know it's corn. I'm not sure. It's not homemade. My wife bought it. It's actually, and you're probably going to laugh, but I was just like, when I first heard, but then I took a bite and I was just like totally shocked. But it is canned from Walmart. It's a canned stew from Walmart. I don't know the name brand, but man, I'm telling you, it's probably the best stew I've ever ate. I kid you not. I kid you not. I was totally shocked. And I eat
You,
Burger stew all the time.
you know what I
But
used to do?
yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I was just going to get back to your question. You asked me about stuff.
But what I used to do is, and I still do it, if I have to eat any of that stuff, I'll take it from the can. I'll
Hmm.
I'll take half of the broth out and I'll dilute it. And then if whatever I have in the fridge, if I got carrots I gotta get rid of, I know they're sitting there, they're not horrible. I'll put carrots in it, I'll put celery in it, I'll put green beans in it if I feel like that's what I want. I'll put it in the microwave or I'll put it on the stove for a few minutes and I got a whole different meal.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. This is crazy. Uh, to your question you asked about listing items. I used to. So I had items listed for a very, very long time. I think the oldest item I have is over a year old. But when I say it's not listed for a year, it's because I've ended and sold similar. And I do that about every 90 days. Now there was a time when eBay was doing something really, really crazy and just things wasn't going. I mean, I ended my whole store and sold similar in my whole store in one day with the bulk edit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the next day I sell like 20 items, you know? So, I mean,
Yeah,
and that goes to show, and that goes to show that list every day, you know,
you have to. Yeah.
and that's what that is. But yeah, I
I think.
probably got items. I
You
got an
have how
item.
many items?
I got an item. I got. Let's see here. I got. I got 858 items right now.
Okay. And so they're all in bins and they're all skewed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything's skewed. See that behind me there? That's one of my
Yep.
shelves. Let's see if I can.
So
So
how do you?
it's
Go
all
ahead.
back there in the back.
I
There's
see it.
another
Yeah.
shelf,
So
and then
Chris,
that's behind that.
how do you get new when you're listing new items? Where are they
Yeah,
going? Did you get
I
a new
list them on
bin?
it.
Are they going in a new? Are they going on
No,
a new bin?
no, I got room. I got room.
So you'll just check a bin and you'll see that there's room. So The items don't have SKU numbers; they just have bin numbers.
Yes, they just have bin numbers. Correct. Hold on a second. I got my
Yeah, I see that.
Did that work?
It
Now I
looks a
gotta.
little better.
All right, give me 1 second.
No problem. No problem. All right. So I need.
Okay, let's see. All right. Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
A little better.
Okay, so with my items, I don't have duplicates. If I have duplicates, I put them in the same bin.
Yeah.
But it's all like the bins have a SKU on them, and then so when I do my custom SKU, I just put the bin on the custom SKU. I do want to start a new SKU system to where I put the date I bought it and how much it cost in that SKU also.
Okay. So, um, so I don't know if you're familiar with my system.
Mm-mm.
What I do, let me show you. Um, Give me a second here. Let's see. Um, uh, hmm.
Hey, Leroy, you notice anything different?
Yeah, you shaved and you don't have a hat on. You look like me if I had no hat on. So, Chris, um, I'm gonna share a link with you. I need you to pull it up.
Okay.
And just let me get to it first. Let's see. It is, yes, share. Oh, okay. It should be down there, Chris. Yeah, it's down there.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you look right and you see how each item has a little piece of paper under it in the head
Yes.
picture.
Yes.
So that's my SKU. So 1036. It's in the head picture. So if I forget to take, and I put the weight in there too, usually I haven't been doing it, but I try to put the weight. I just put ounces. I put LB. I put 1 pound, 2 ounces.
Right.
So it's already in there. I can look at it and I don't have to weigh it again. I did it in the beginning. I've never had a complaint that said that. And then you also get it where nobody's going to steal your picture because they don't want that in the picture. So
Right.
I that, so that's my SKU, and I'll show you. Let's go back. Okay, so every picture,
Mm-hmm.
I mean that red one. Here's another thing that I do. Now I do different color backgrounds. I don't do AI. My friends do at the Reseller Information Network. I haven't done it yet. I I like what I'm selling. I just feel like I'm good with. It's a hammer. I don't know if a hammer needs to go on a lake. Um,
Right.
but but if you look, see the one that's red.
Yes.
So, so I know that one that's red. I know that's a 2-year-old listing because I don't use the red background no more. I stopped. So
Oh.
anything that has the red background is a 2-year-old listing,
Okay, that's cool.
and anything that has um. Hold on 1 second. Okay. And then if you look, Chris, look at my prices.
Okay. What
Mhm.
what looks weird? What looks weird about my prices?
The 48, 39, 38, the cents,
Yes.
40 cents.
So
Yes.
here's what I do. So some of I messed up a while ago, and that's a number that's in the 2020. I haven't got to that number yet. But I messed up a while ago where I put my stuff on sale and I cut my price back, and I haven't been able to get them all back to where they're supposed to be.
Oh,
You know what 48 means? 48 means how old I am. So that's the year. So I'll go down and I like I said, I had to switch a bunch of them. They're all gonna say 48. If they say 47, then I know they were a year old. If they say 46, then I know they're 2 years old.
so
What I
what do you do when you have a sale though? When you mark your items for sale?
so eBay's gonna mark it on sale, but then what's gonna happen is it will come back. It will bounce back.
Okay.
If the sales went for so long, but
Right.
your original price was 48, so that means or you could put the year 23.
Okay.
23 would
So
be
you okay? I see what you're saying. So you don't so that
I
that's
use
how you
three
determine
form
the year.
I use 3 or 4 different methods in one item. So I have the tag that tells me the SKU, right?
Right.
And I can put the
Right.
stuff on the SKU. Then I have the color of the background that tells me how old it is because I change my backgrounds every year and a half. Then I
Right.
have the cents on the end of my stuff because what I've noticed is the one that works the best, to be honest with you, is the background because I know that I don't use that background anymore. So that red background is gone. It's way gone. So if I change the listing, if I renew the listing, the eBay is going to say that listing is only, let's see, eBay is going to say, it doesn't say it on here, but it will say that listing that's a new listing because I ended it and relisted it. I know red background means no good.
It's
Not no
old.
good, but just drop it as low as you can get it. Now I'm using the blue until right now I'm on 1,000. I'm at 1,200. When I get done to 2,000, I have about 20 more bins. When I get done to 2,000, I'm gonna get a new color background, and then I'll stop back over
Oh,
at one. So every day I grab one of these bins, and let me we can
right.
take it out of share. So every day I grab one of these bins. So I
Right.
have the stuff right here on this little shelf, and you guys can probably see it. Well, not that shelf, but it's a lower shelf right here. So this stuff here was in this bin. So say there was 12 items. So I take those 12 items, I put in the SKU number, and I check. First of all, are they still listed?
Mm-hmm.
I end them and relist them. I add Pacifics. If it only has 1 or 2 item Pacifics, I add 3 more Pacifics. I'll put NA. I don't care.
Right. Right. I
Um,
do the same
and
thing.
and then I'll list them back on again, and then I'll go through and I have this little notepad with a bunch of numbers on it, and I'll go back and I'll say, okay, I need I can use 1232, 1233. I can't use 1234. I can use 1235. I can use 36. I can't use 37. And then I write new labels for that, and they go in the bin that day. So those bins going through every 6 months, see if the stuff is there, if it's damaged, did I have a water leak, did mouse poop on it, you know, and and did and I reamp it, and then I put new stuff in the bin. And I try to do that every time I list. It's not every day, but every time I list, that's the way that I do it. I'll just grab the next number off the shelf, the next bin, and I'll do it that way. So there's so many ways that you can do this. You have to do what works for you. I showed you guys the color system. I showed you guys my birthday system, my date of my birthday. Then you have the SKU system that shows the tag. Then you have the bins that I go through. There's so much stuff that you can do besides just listing. Like there's other things that you need to do.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
I'm not gonna lie, I probably should be doing what you're doing at least once a day or each day, go through each box and make sure it's still listed, because I have come across some items that's not
I
listed,
have two. I have two. And
and I don't
so
know how
here's
that happens.
some, I'm not saying this is what happens, but this is one of the reasons why they will remove your listings. If they feel that you need more item specifics and they can't push it out good enough, or they feel it's in a wrong category, they're not even gonna want you. They're just gonna drop it.
Really?
Yeah,
See, I
they're
didn't
just
know
gonna
that.
drop it.
Hmm.
That's my interpretation. That's not what eBay's told me. I didn't get the eBay gods didn't call me or anything, but that's what I have come up with myself. So
Hmm. That's interesting to know that. That's something that I need to pay attention to then, because I didn't know they just. I knew they did the Veros because I had an item. This new AI thing is really screwing things up, because I had an item that I've had list. I have had an item listed for 2 years now, and what it is,
Angel.
it's we made it, and we call it a Santa cam. I can't pull it up because it's not there no more, but
Mhm.
um, the title and what it is like a little dome looking thing that you put wherever, and it's got like a little red dot on it. It looks like a camera. It really does look like a camera, and so we call it a Santa cam. And in the title, it said something about it says Elf on the Shelf inspired, something like that. Santa cam. It's not an Elf on the Shelf product. When it goes to product or brand or none of that, Elf on the Shelf is not even there. It's just handmade or something. It doesn't even say that it's a Elf on a Shelf or anything. Well, I just got a Vero from it last week, and I'm like, this thing's been on my store for 2 years. I mean, I watched one of Kevin's show recently, and if no one's familiar with the name Kevin, Commonwealth Flipper or Picker, whichever one it goes by, but I'll just say Commonwealth. One of his shows, he was talking about how people are starting to see a lot more items being zeroed and kicked off of eBay. And it's all started when the AI started implementing itself into their algorithm. They use the AI deal. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's just crazy to me. So I just list it somewhere else. I list it on another platform and just be done with it. Whenever eBay just kicks something off, I just list it on another platform, because there's other platforms out there that don't care. you know. Let's see here. I'm almost done with these things. And it seems like whenever I do get an item that's been zeroed, excuse me. Holy cow. I've only had 2 items that's had a zero. And of course, I get a warning. Uh, out of the 2 that I've had zeroed, all of them were over a year old in my store.
Wow.
So that was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's really odd, like how that happens. But it's good to do it, to have a system where every morning or every day or whatever you list, do a little rundown. I mean, if you worked for a company, you have to check your tires, right, every day. Or if you have equipment, you work with equipment like Chris
You
and
gotta
I.
grease that
You gotta
equipment
check
every
and
day.
make. You gotta check and make sure that everything's plugged in and make sure everything's clean. Well, why don't you do that with your eBay business? Why don't you check and make sure you answer your messages? Why don't you check and make sure you have the bags? Do you need labels? You know, those are all things that you need to check really quick, and the more you get better at it, the easier it just happens.
Right. And see, you know, you go to work every day, like you're talking about, you check on things. I mean, you have to grease machines every day too. You know, if you're
Yeah.
in grading or something like that, you know, you have to grease your machines every day. So, but I like that idea. I like that. I'm actually going to start doing that. It's just going through a
I
box
can
each
show
day.
you too when we meet up. I'll show you. I'll give you a one-on-one example so you can see it in person.
Right.
You
If
know,
you ever see my stuff, you'll be like, my stuff's like the area, like it's
57.
small. Yeah,
Oh, it's
it's all
small.
small. Yeah, I don't have a great big. Uh,
I
that's
don't
why
either. My place is not as big as you think. It's 40
I,
feet long, or it's
I
40
seen
feet long.
Josh's video. I seen Josh's video, dude, and I seen and if you're able, and I watched you get up around and reselling information network, get up around and push that buggy right there, and then go and pick stuff and all that. If you're able to get up and move around and all that, oh yeah, it's big to me.
and,
I
and I got a
definitely
lot.
can
Well,
do that.
I got a loft too. So this the roof above me is actually a loft up there, and that
Right.
loft is 8 by 15, 8 by 20.
Yeah. See, you got a lot of room. I got one above me too. It's only eight. It's eight. It's 8 by 12, but probably maybe 4 foot high in the center.
Mine, mine is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 16. Let's see, 14 times 16 equals 224 inches, which is, let's see, let me ask,
Is that 12 foot?
how many feet is 224 inches?
224 inches is equivalent to 18 feet 8 inches.
18
So
feet.
it's 18 feet by probably 10 by 7 feet high up there. So that's a shed. That's somebody's shed.
Yes, you have a lot of room. You have a lot of room, sir. I wish I'd have gotten a bigger shed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know, I
But at the time though, we couldn't afford a bigger shed, so there's that. So
nowadays it's hard. Like they charge you these little sheds. Like I would love to be able um, to build um my own. What I would do is I would get 2 shipping containers. I'd get 2 shipping containers and do it that way. I'd put a concrete pad in between them. I'd put um I'd put a roof on it. I'd put a flat roof. I could put a gable roof. I would do it myself. It'll take some time. I wouldn't use shingles. I'd probably just use metal or rubber. Um, and I'd have to, down here. I'd have to put an AC on it. Um, and then you have your 2 outside containers that you store in.
right.
You have your inside area where you work out of. So
Yeah,
you
that's
take
that.
the you take the 2 shipping containers. You get 2 20-foot shipping containers. One of them is storage. One of them is listed items.
Oh
Then
yeah.
the one, then in the middle, you have your shipping station and your photo booth and your listing area right in the middle, and you just cut openings, and then you put a wall up in the back, and you just put a door so you can get in with equipment.
Right, right. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I've noticed there's some more
What?
people that's joined the room here. I just want to say hi to everyone. We're just sitting around chit chatting and talking. If anybody's got any questions you'd like to ask Leroy or myself, please feel free. The chat is open, so feel free
Yeah,
to
I
ask
can't
away.
see. I
You can't
can't
see the
see
chat.
anybody. No, I can see the chat. I don't see anybody. I can't see numbers because I'm not in the
Oh,
StreamYard. Yeah, that's okay.
oh, you can't see the numbers.
No. You're good. You're good. It's something else. Something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to do something here. Let's see. Let me
Lisa,
see.
don't tell anybody my secrets, please.
Oh, she typed something else. Let's
Yeah,
change.
Lisa, where are you from? I'll ask you every time. Where are you from?
How do I get? How do I give you a wrench, Leroy? Do you know?
Did you say something, Chris?
Oh, yeah. How do I give you the wrench? Do you know?
Yes. You go under my name in the chat. I'm not in the chat, I'll have to go in the chat, and then next to my name there should be the dots, and you should be able
Oh,
to put me as a
yeah. All it
moderator.
says there. All it does is it says put user in timeout and ban user and delete the comment.
There has to be
Yeah.
a way. There's a way.
That's let's see. Between Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Toledo, Ohio. It's a little college town
Okay.
called Defiance in Ohio. We made SK tools there back in the day. Also General Motor Plant. Oh, cool. I
Don't
w-
say that, Lisa. Don't talk about SK Tools because I'm gonna geek out. I'm gonna get all excited. I love me some SK Tools. So you must be able. So you must be able to find SK Tools up there because they were made up there. If you ever see any full sets, if you ever see any 1/4 inch sets, pick those up. If you see the green boxes and they look complete, most of those boxes go from $70 to $150. I sell them a couple times a year. And any of the stubby SK ratchets, 1/4 inch does very well, and also any of the stubby SK wrenches do very well. Um, so just keep a lookout for them if that's where you live.
so SK is something to look out for in tools.
Yeah, SK sockets, the SK everything, but it's all the Opal stuff. We can go in and look at it. Let me just get this listing done.
Yeah. Schleck, brand new in the box.
Oh, look at that.
No, I sell this the Select brand sales.
So it's more than six. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9. So I bought these, Chris, out of one of my flea markets on Mondays. They're
Mm-hmm.
just rubber handles, vintage rubber handles.
Yes, they're for
I
like
bought a
hammers or
box.
whatever.
Yeah. I bought a box of them for. I bought a box of them for $10, and there was over 120 of them in there. And I
Holy
sell
cow!
these. I sell these things. I put them in packages of 3, and I sell them for $15, $20. I sold. I've just found, like we were talking about going through your items.
Hmm.
Every last one of the other ones that I made, I think I made like 30 or 40 bags of them. Every one of them sold. These 9 didn't sell because I listed them a little different and nobody could find them. All the other ones sold. People would message me, "Hey, do you have any more of those?" "Oh no, sorry, I don't have any more of those," and didn't realize that I have 9 more bags. So I have another
Yeah.
$100 worth. So I I have to change the listing up a little bit, but I got it back to where I need it. So
And you get them pretty cheap too.
oh yeah, super cheap. Yeah, 3 of them for they're real rubber and there's no cracks and no dry rot. And they're USA. They're called custom grip, um, and they're USA. But no, I, I mean for one handle replacement handle, if somebody has a nice hammer, they're like, yeah, no, they're really worth it.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I I I'm trying to think of.
If you buy stuff in bulk and it's only worth $2 or $3 a piece, if
Hmm.
it's something somebody can use, 90% of the time, the guy who's buying 3 of these only needs 1 of them. But because he's buying 3 of them for what everybody else is charging for 1, he's gonna buy the 3.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I
Kind of.
I bought them for 10 cents a piece. I mean, the guy gave me the whole box for $10, and there was over 100 and change of them in there. So what did I pay for them? You know.
Right, right.
So if I sell them for, I think I priced it out for like $4 each. So if I sell them for
Uh
four
huh.
dollars each, times that times the with 3, it is what it is. I'm still getting the 15, $20 out of them.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So
Most definitely.
would Lisa say? Kind of hard to find the good one, the good old boys. Look, yeah, you do, but I'll tell you something. I still find them here. And what I do is I go wherever the city is. Outside of the city, there's a rainbow. Outside of every city, there's a rainbow. All those guys, the good old boys and stuff, they didn't sell their houses. They keep the houses. They got farms on them, and usually those are where all the good estate sales are. The estate auctions, not sales. So that's where I find them.
So, do you do online auctions? Like, do you buy stuff sourced from online auctions?
No, no, I just go to online. Um, no, no, no. If I'll do a storage unit, but that's it. I do
So,
storage units too, but not a lot
so you
anymore.
buy storage units?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at some today.
Hmm. I thought about getting into that at one time, but I just don't have as far as the storage unit, buying storage units. I just don't have the space to put stuff.
Just make space.
That's the problem. I don't have anywhere to make the space. Oh, I
Just
wanted to
make
tell you.
space.
Speaking of space, we was talking about the other night about you was showing me about the parts and stuff like that you was doing and stuff.
Yeah.
That got me thinking. I got a boat. Okay, let me find it here. Hold on, I'll show it to you guys. Just give me pull it up here real quick. I got a boat that it's an inflatable kayak like boat,
Yeah.
fishing boat, and I've had it for I've had it for a while, um, but I haven't been able to do anything with it because it has no hardware.
Hmm.
Uh, so hold on a second. Let's see. My computer is so slow. I need to do. Let's see. Okay. All right. Can you see this, Leroy?
I do. I gotta make it a little bigger.
All right. Yeah, I'm fixing
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
All right. One second. There it is, right there. All right. So this thing right here, I have this, but I just don't have the hardware for it. And I was looking at it, and it looks like the only hardware is like, see where the pipes connect right there. That's the only place the hardware is needed. I got all the pieces and stuff. Uh, so so I listed this. This thing goes for $400. Here's all the pieces and everything. This is all still
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Yeah.
bags.
Yeah.
This thing goes for $400 easy at Walmart. Much more at pause it. Okay. Much more at like uh, Bass Pro Shop and all of them. So I listed it, as you see, I listed it no hardware, nuts and bolts, $250. But I'll take any offer. I will. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take any offer with that thing.
What I would do is I would cross list that to Facebook Marketplace. I wouldn't cross list it. I would just list it on Facebook Marketplace because the good thing with Facebook Marketplace is as long as you go and that I have it on Facebook Marketplace or I have it on eBay. As soon as it sells on Facebook Marketplace, you just end it on eBay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but I would take those pictures and I would list that right now on Facebook Marketplace, and somebody will buy it local.
Well, I tried. Now look. Now you're gonna laugh. I did the flea market thing, Pickens and Wednesday mornings. Okay.
Yeah.
I had that thing. Now I don't have I don't have the original box or anything. You saw the pictures that I had for it. Let me go back, pull it back up here. This is. Let's see. Okay, so here are the items. So there's the book. Make it there. There's the book there. There's the chair. That's chair again. That's part of it. That's part of it. I mean, all the pieces are there, and these are two tubes that inflate. All the pieces
Yeah.
are there, and this is the paddles, except for the hardware. You know, the hardware costs $50 on eBay. I went and looked it up. I paid $50 for this thing on clearance at Walmart some time ago, years ago, and
Yeah.
I just never put it together because in the hardware. So I had it in my flea market, and I had it for $50, and nobody wanted it. Everybody wanted a seat. Nobody wanted
Yeah.
a boat. They just wanted a seat. And I'm like, what?
Mm.
Why you want a seat? So,
Tell
I've
them
actually thought about it. Yeah, tell them the seat's $100 and everything else comes with it. But so that's why I didn't sell it at the flea market. So I don't know if anybody would want it or not. You would think they would,
No.
but
I haven't been to that Pickens flea market in a long time.
the sucker's huge, man. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah. Yeah. There's two sides of it. It's two
Yes.
brothers, right? And they got in a fight years ago, and so one took half of the land and did it. And one side does better than the other side. The side without the sheds does better than the other side.
Well, It's not two brothers anymore. One woman owns one side and one woman owns the other side. The side that has the one great big long shed, which is on the right side, and then everything else, and then they got all the tables outside. They do pretty good. I mean, I did good my first week there. That was where I was at. But
Yep.
then on the other side is cheaper. You can get
Yes.
two tables for the price of one. And I was
Yep.
under the shed, and I did fairly decent there. But I do know that the other side with the long shed gets more traffic. I do know
It
that
does.
for a fact.
It does.
So
Yep.
that was
I first time I ever sold there, I sold on the side with the multiple sheds.
yes.
I didn't know better. And I got done setting up. I was done. I was all done. I put my stuff in my van and I walked over and I was like, "What's this?" And then one of my buddies, I met some guy and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is where you want to go. You want to go on this side." So I've been a few times, but it's too far for me. I don't feel like driving an hour in the dark.
Now you go to Greer, correct?
I go to Greer, yeah.
All right. Do you know any of the other vendors there?
I only know a few. I know about 10,
Do you
and I
know?
don't know them by name.
Okay, there's one guy you might know by name. He goes by Cowboy, and he sells all old hatchets, tools, axes, and stuff like that. Sometimes he's got a bunch of NASCAR stuff. He does the Pickens and Greer.
Yeah,
He's in.
yeah,
He does it. He's got a big brown van that he travels around in.
yeah.
He's a pretty nice old
I've
fella
heard the
too.
I've heard the name, but there's so many people.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard
You're
it's
still
really, really.
you're still eating?
Mm-hmm. I
Goodness
had a big bowl.
gracious!
I had a big bowl,
Apparently,
and then we've been sitting here
apparently.
talking a lot. So. Mm. So I want to ask you: are you allowed to talk about? I was wondering how you and Leroy. I mean, not you, Leroy. You and crap. Hold on. There we go. How you and Eric, Tim, and Chris all met.
It's through Eric. Um, Eric met Tim and Cernock online. We all met online, and Eric started the channel, and he just had his own channel. He was just doing like we're doing right now, and he was
Right.
happy if he had 5 or 6 people in there, and he just did it
Yeah.
consistently. He just did it consistently, and
Right.
people started telling people, and then he would have an open window where you can let anybody in, but you got to be careful doing that because you don't know what you're going to get, and depending on what your
Right.
beliefs are in politics, race, or religion, some people have a lot more different opinions, and that will mess up your channel, what you want.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Tim.
hold on one second.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We still here. Leroy's just talking on the phone.
I gotta go in the back room for a minute. Give me a second, okay? No, not you. I'm actually.
Lisa, if you're still here, I'm just gonna do this right here. This guy. It's supposed to be a Walmart, a Walgreens exclusive. I picked this guy up for like $2 at Walgreens. Hmm. $114 is the old cow. This may be an item that sits for a while. 47 sold. I'm driving the post office right now, just listening. Oh, okay. But they really had, he's on the phone, I think. Stepped away for a minute. And I'm just sitting here listing stuff. So, not really a whole lot talking. I don't know if that's good or not. I'm listing a Funko Pop right now. This one I got from Walgreens for like $2 or something like that. And it's on sale. It's 114 listed and 47 sold, so it's probably going to sit a while. This one is probably going to sit a while. What you doing, Pip? What you doing, girl? Where you going? Where you going? That one right there. I think that's all the listing for the day. Let's see how many did I get out. So tired. It's about nap 30. Yes, I take naps every day. So we listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we listed 16 items here. Does your wife help with shipping when you're out of town? Oh, anyway, yes, she does. She actually, that's what she does. She does all the shipping pretty much. I do some when she's not here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, she likes to do the shipping part. She likes to shop for the stuff, and she likes to do the shipping. Which my wife is she actually is employed still by the postal service. Uh, so she had an accident back in 2011 while she was working. She was a mail carrier, and she was 3 millimeters away from severing her spinal cord. So she's got a bunch of titanium disc and titanium rods and all that in her neck now. So, but she's still employed by them. So we're waiting. It's 2023, and she had that accident in 2011, and so we're still waiting on the outcome of that, as you would say. Don't know what that's going to be, but trying to think of what we could talk about. I do have some shoes that I'm going to. Let me undo this here. Okay, I do have some shoes I want to show you guys real quick. I'm going to get cleaned and listed. So we got some. Yeah. So we got these Colombians right here. These women's Colombians. Just got to pick some dirt out of the heels. They're the hiking shoes. We're going to get those listed. I don't know what they run for. I guess I could look them up real quick while I'm sitting here. Let me get my headphones put back on. Yes, yeah, we are. You're right, we are. It's tough though. It goes through a lot. It's a tough ordeal.
I'm back in the city again.
Oh look, Leroy come back.
Yeah, I had a phone call.
Yeah. So I got these shoes right here. These Colombians. I think they're women's. They're purple color, and they're Omni Shield. They're like a hiking shoe.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty decent shape. I'm fixing to look them up and see what they go for. I gotta get the bottoms cleaned off. You know. But I listed 16 items today.
Good job. You know how many I listed? None.
You still ain't listed that one?
No, I did list that one, but so I'm going through everything and changing numbers and then those are all just relisted. Then I got to get numbers to do the new stuff. So it's a process. I don't do it with my phone. I don't do it with my phone. I don't list on
Oh,
my
you
phone.
don't?
No, I list on my computer and I don't take pictures with my phone. I take pictures with another phone.
Okay.
I do it very, very backwards.
I actually love my phone. So
I
I
don't know
love
how to do it with my phone. It's hard for me to do.
and see, and I'm the complete opposite. I go to do it on the computer, and it just absolutely frustrates it.
Mhm. Very.
540 flips. Hello, 540 flips. How are you today?
That's my buddy. That's my
Yes,
buddy
you
that
buddy.
he just called me, and I told
Oh,
him
okay.
I need you. I said you need to get over here and come check us out. He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
He's a baseball card guy. He knows baseball
Oh,
cards. He knows baseball cards. Yeah,
that's good to know.
he was doing baseball cards before he was doing hard goods, and then he moved into hard goods. And I met him at the 127. We hung out for the weekend with him and his wife. His wife's very nice too.
When you go to the 127, what part do
We
you
go all up and down the 127. It's I couldn't tell you. He might know better than me. I think I don't even know. I don't even know where we stop. To be honest with you, it's like I couldn't tell you. I couldn't. I don't drive. I don't drive. Eric drives, so I just
Oh,
ride.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, right. He
I'll just-
said just sold another one today. The main area was wait a minute. All right, so he just sold another one today.
Crossville. That's it. Crossville, Tennessee. Yeah.
Crossville.
Yeah.
Crossville, Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee.
Old school picker, Chris.
No.
Oh, you'd like Chris. Chris is a really, really good guy.
I don't know any of you guys.
Yeah. How'd you find us?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just stumbled across you guys one day. I was looking for I was wanting to watch a video on oh, what's his name? Flip the World, TX.
Yeah.
Flip the World, because I like watching his whatnot shows, and I was looking for his videos, and I saw OBX Picker in this, and for some reason in my mind, I got the two mixed up.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
right. You told me this. Yeah.
yeah. And so but I'm glad I found you guys because you guys are hilarious, dude.
No,
I mean,
this guy, he's really nice. 540 flips, and
yeah.
you'd like Chris. Chris is very nice. You know Kevin and those guys, right? Commonwealth.
Me? Yeah, I watched their videos. I have not met any reseller personally. No, and
Well,
you're actually the only.
You're gonna meet one. You're gonna meet
Yeah,
one.
and you're actually the only one that I've actually, well, other than Cat Show, when I was on Cat Show, that I've actually interacted in this type of form.
Yeah.
Anything else has been through Instagram.
Yeah.
No, so
Yeah. No, you're gonna old school. What is it? Old school flips, or there's old school picker Jimmy, and then there's old school. I forget. They're both old school. I don't know. But one of them, they do a podcast, Two Old Guys podcast.
yes, I've seen. I know them. I met them in Cajun Roots Resellers Johnny's show.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I met them in there. I've seen them in that show, and I've watched some of their stuff occasionally. Just finally met Kevin.
Yeah. He went to Kevin's. He went to Kevin's place. Kevin's nice.
Huh. That's cool.
See, you always learn new things. Always learning new things.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always wanted to get into like baseball cards and stuff like that, Pokemon cards, but I just don't know enough about. I have no idea where to even start as far as a. There you go.
He's gonna
I
tell
have
you.
no idea where to
He's
even
gonna
start.
tell you don't do it. He's gonna tell you don't. He's gonna tell you
Probably.
don't do it. I think they're all going to. I think they're going to a convention. Are you going to that convention with Tim this week? There's a convention this week that Tim's going to. And I think he might be going too. It's up that way. He lives up near DC, up that part of the country.
Now, this is one of your guys, Leroy.
540 flips. He's in our clique. He's in our clique. He has his own clique. He has.
So have you met him before?
Yeah. He's going on Sunday. Yep. Yeah, Tim messaged me. We will be there tomorrow and Saturday. Yeah, so they're going to a big card show this weekend.
Oh, okay. Should we invite him in?
He doesn't come on. I don't know if he'll come on.
Okay.
You'd have to ask him.
Okay.
I don't know if he'd come on.
What's his name?
I forget. I think it's Brandon. I was just talking to him on the phone and I forget his name. I had to put myself on blast. I think it's Brandon.
540. I'm just going to call you 40 Flips. Would you like to join us here?
It's Brandon or it's Brandon. I'm pretty sure it's Brandon. I don't know. He's going to be so mad at me.
Okay. He said he can come on. You can send me the link, can't you?
Yeah,
I need to do it.
I can send him to Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, send me the link.
Let's see. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, it's Brandon. I knew it was Brandon. I just get confused. I play with my own mind. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, you might have to send them the link on Instagram. So go to your. Now you sent me the link. Just go 540 Flips on Instagram and send it to him because I can't. I don't have the link. I have it through my Instagram.
Okay, let me get on Instagram here. I'm searching for 540 Flips, right?
Yeah.
540 Flips. Brandon. Yeah. There's his name right there.
Yeah, I was confused. I called him the right name, but I was scared. You asked me, and I kept saying, "Hey," I said his name. I talked to him on the phone. I said his name, and then I got a brain fart. So you sent it to him?
All right. Yeah. Well, I clicked following, and now I'm fixing to send him a message there. I want to send. Well, let me do a message. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Message. All right. Here we go. Give me 1 second there. Let's invite. Copy.
Yeah, he's super cool. Him and his wife are very, very nice.
All right, Brandon. Yeah, you should have the link now. I sent it to Instagram. You may have to go to request messages or whatever that is.
Let's see.
So these shoes sell for like $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's pretty good pickup. I just gotta get them sold. I get them listed.
How are the flea market? I mean, how are the yard sales right now in your area?
I don't know.
You haven't gone?
I haven't been to a yard sale in probably 2 months, man. I've been pulling everything out of storage units in my attic. I got a death pile attic up there, you know. Yeah. I've been pulling it out. If you go watch my on my YouTube page, if anyone's interested that's watching this, or going to watch this, or however it is, you can go to. Let's go. I got a playlist. It's called Unboxing My Death Pile series.
Okay.
I got. Let's see here. I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 videos.
Wow.
From unboxing my death pile, and all those and all that come from. There he is. All that come from my. There we go.
What's up, fellas?
Real quick.
What's going on? I don't know his name.
Brandon, I'm gonna give you a solo layout so you can tell everyone obviously for future views, who you are and what your specialty is and what you do.
Well, that'll be boring. But no, my name is Brandon. I live in northern Virginia, about an hour and a half south of DC. I'm 43, worked in manufacturing for, I don't know, 23 years of my life. Was also doing sports cards and stuff. I am a bulk submitter, for a grading company. And in December of 2021, my wife told me you either need to stop grading cards or you need to stop working. And so grading cards was making more money and was a lot more fun. So I went full time in December of 2021 doing sports cards. I did it all of last year. The card market kind of softened, and also it's my hobby, and I kind of hated my hobby paying my bills. So I decided to look into, as Leroy appropriately called it, hard goods. Started out with $10 going to Goodwill, bought a couple pieces, turned that into 120, snowballed the money, and have been moving right along for this year. So kind of how it went.
Oh wow! So I got questions for you. Give me 1 minute. Uh, there we go. Okay,
Can you
so
put it on the? Can you put it on the? Go down one more, so all three of us are on the same screen. Nobody
yeah,
wants. Nobody wants to see your big head.
Nobody
person.
wants to see my big head. Right. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Give me a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. All right. So now, since I know that you graded cards, I'll got some questions for you. uh, is cards the only thing you've ever graded? Or have you done
I actually have some comic books back there. I have some video games back there, and I am debating. I have some VHS that I'm going to be sending off. I just haven't determined what company I want to use. I'm actually an authorized dealer for CGC, so I may use them, but I feel like Beckett is bringing a little bit more value in the secondary market, so I got to research that a little bit more. Because I've never done the VHS yet, but I do have a couple that I'm going to send in.
So do you actually, okay, maybe I misunderstood. So you don't actually do the grading. You send stuff in to be graded.
Bulk grading though.
So I have people from all around the world that send us cards. We put them into invoices and everything, and then we ship them to the grading company. The grading company grades them, ships them back to us. We sort them all back out and ship them back out around the world. So I
Oh,
personally am not a professional grader, but I have done
okay,
this
that's what I
long
was
enough
asking. Okay.
that I would be very, very confident in pre-screening the grade of a card or telling. I have people all the time asking me about authenticity of autographs and cards and all that stuff. I'm not a professional. I do not earn a living doing it, but I'm pretty good at it.
So,
and hi, Lisa. How are you?
How does a person like me? I have comic books, and I did have Pokemon cards and stuff, but there's just so much information behind it. It just overloads my small brain. But comic book wise, if I wanted to have a comic book graded, what do I look for to even know if it would be worth the time or the money to have it graded?
Or is there a video he should watch?
Yeah.
So comics is not my forte, but I will tell you the main things you want to look for. Obviously, the key to anything is making sure it's authentic. And I'm not 100% on comics, but there's some very good people out there, experienced people. But as far as condition wise, the main thing you would want would be obviously no like folds or creases, or you don't want the book bent up or anything, even on all the way around the
Corners.
cover. like a thing.
Right.
Well, the cover of it. They have what they call spine ticks.
Hmm.
That's going to be down the spine where the staples and stuff are. You don't want little creases in them. The less the better. You want the color, because comics and other collectible goods can be faded and stuff if they weren't stored properly. You don't want no water damage. But comics is a different animal than cards, because there is a thing that they call pressing and cleaning.
Hmm.
So even if the comic isn't in the greatest shape, you can pay someone to press and clean it and bring the condition up a bit. Sports
Right.
cards, that's very frowned upon. Any alterations, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but any alterations or anything like that is very frowned upon in sports cards. It's accepted in comic books.
So you didn't deal with any Pokemon. You just did all sports such as baseball, basketball, football, stuff like that.
Whoops, sorry about that. I got the coughing. And actually, I'll show you. Uh-oh, I'm knocking stuff out. I do have Pokemon as well.
Oh, okay.
So, I will. Here's a sad story with the Pokemon. I don't want to go down that route, but I wasn't into Pokemon, but I had a little brother who passed away at the age of 19, who was prime Pokemon era. And as a little connection / memory of him, I kind of have amassed a Pokemon collection kind of in his honor. I do it kind of to connect with him. So
just
Right,
keep you
right.
keep
Yeah.
alive in your
it's
heart.
fun every so often to sit down, rip a pack, and just have some fun with it. I don't know everything about them. I know a good bit because also I see some that other people are sending in, but I wouldn't call myself a professional. I literally just collect Pokemon. I don't dabble in like selling them and values and all that. I buy them or whatever and collect them. So.
Oh, okay.
Now I have
Well,
questions. You didn't know this was the question and answer hour for you, did you?
Hey, if I can help people, ask away.
that's what it's all
And I'll
about.
show
That's
you.
what it's all about.
If your question, here's one that y'all may know.
I can't. Is that Babe Ruth?
That is definitely a Babe Ruth.
Does that say A plus?
No, it's just authentic. It's just authentic.
Oh, what's the grading number on that thing?
This wouldn't have a grading number because this card is supposed to have a little red strip here at the bottom that said Big League Chewing Gum. And then if you notice right there, there is a hole in it.
Okay.
Because back in the day, they used to hole punch where that little you can see the circle there.
I've heard you talk about this before.
Yeah, so kids would collect them and stuff, and they could redeem them for candy, gum, whatever. And they would stamp. I have a Red Grange from the same year that actually has stamps on it where it was like redeemed, and it has the hole punch and it has where they stamped it with the ink pad. But yeah, there's another guy you guys probably know. That's a Jackie Robinson rookie.
Jackie Robinson, a rookie. Wow.
What's the grading on that?
It's just authentic because it does have. I'm gonna tell you now, I have a lot of cool cards, but most of them are just authenticated because I buy cards that look nice but are more affordable because I can't afford the high. Like this has the borders cut off of it, but that's Willie Mays rookie. You know,
are all of those worth over $100?
This
is about 10 grand. So yeah, a little over $100, Leroy.
Leroy, you think you're small there, brother. Where'd you go, Leroy? Leroy, come back, man. What happened? Where did he go?
I don't
He
know
had
where he
to hit the
went.
button. Yeah, it's went out.
He left. He gone.
Surely he's coming back. Wow.
Yeah,
There he is.
those are some of my ones I have right here on my desk that I keep on display.
What'd you leave for, man? Oh, man.
I'm just gonna stay in the back since he just smashed me in the face. He just dropped the mic on me. I'm just gonna hide my face for a little while.
Ah,
He
you're
said,
good, man.
yeah, he's like, yeah, these are 10 grand. It seems
Well,
like what's funny was
it's
I'm thinking along the same lines you are. I says, oh, those are 100, 200, $300 cars. And he says 10 grand. I'm sitting here thinking new car. You know?
the Ruth is about 5. The Willie Mays is probably 3 to 4,000, and the Jackie is probably somewhere around 2.
So I want to get to my
Wow.
questions. I didn't get to my questions yet. So first of all, this is not my show, but thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate you. And this is easing your mind from our conversation, I hope.
Oh yeah.
And you know, so the other thing I have is, so because when you did the bulk grading for people, right?
Mhm.
You charge a certain amount. It doesn't matter if the card comes back a AA plus or a DD minus.
Right.
Just throwing words out there. But you charge $5 a card, $20 a card, whatever it is. Okay.
Right.
How many times have you been offered those cards or offered, hey, do you just want to buy? I have more stuff. Do you want to buy it? Did that happen a lot?
So I have to say one of the coolest things about what we've done, and first, to be clear, I never intended to be a bulk submitter. I was doing my own cards, and then I started a YouTube channel. I showed one of my returns. The pandemic hit. The company I was using stayed open while the other main companies had closed down.
Yeah.
It had people flocking because I was using a smaller company. And so people were started getting interest in them. They're now the second biggest company right now. They're getting the second most volume.
Yeah.
And at the time, they weren't getting many cards at all. But we had people ask us to do this. Now, I just told you that's $10,000 in cards.
Yeah.
We have had 6 figures in cards come through. Okay. And to know that we've done things right and that people have instilled that trust in us and see the work that me and my wife put into it, know that they can, I mean, that's scary to like send the stuff out even when it's your own thing, to send it to somebody else and then believe in them to get it done. That speaks a lot of volume on us.
The only thing I see, and I'm cutting you off, and I apologize, but the only thing that I see is where people feel that it's a gamble. It's a gamble because you are sending it to someone else to get their opinion that is certified. Okay, that's all you're doing is getting their opinion that's certified. They're scanning them or whatever they're doing to get them tested, and then they're giving you their honest, supposedly honest opinion, and they're certifying that. Now, if they didn't, there's no card that you've ever done that if that's the card they're doing, like maybe you did with the pandemic, but did you see people that would want to get a $10 card graded to make 10 that so then it's worth 20? Or most of the time they have an idea.
It still happens.
It still happens.
It still happens. Now, so when I started grading, it was $8 a card.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a ton of money. As the pandemic and the card boom happened, at one point, the CEO and my account manager with the company calls me and is like, hey, we had to up the fees. It's going to be $50 a card.
Oof.
I, at that point, told them I'm done. And I'm one to speak my mind, but I told him, I said, I'm done. I'm not charging my people $50 a card.
Yeah.
You know, y'all figure out, fix the pricing, whatever. I'll start back up. But until then, I'm going to let everybody know I'm done. I'm not doing that. And I didn't feel it was right to charge people that much.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I don't know, 2 months later, they called me back and they're like, good news, you know, we can lower the price. It's back down to where I'm able to charge $14 a card now. So not quite where we were at in 2019, 2020 when I started, but much better than it was during like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. So that's a benefit. But people do grade cards not just for authentication, not just for conditional purposes, because if you get a 10, it significantly now
Yes.
on new stuff, it's kind of silly to me because this old stuff is harder, harder to retain its condition. On this new stuff, it's coming straight out of the pack, and you should get a decent grade no matter what. But people will pay more for that.
That's crazy.
So to answer your question, I see it all the time. People sending in low value to get them graded for more.
No.
It's more common in cards than it is anything else.
Now, what is your this is a two-part question. What is your I don't know the right word, objective for this weekend? You're not going in under those other people, right? So you're going to this show as a solo person. You're going to connect with people. Are you going to just meet up with friends, or are you going to buy?
A little bit
All the above.
All of it. So I have a gentleman that it's kind of a crazy story. I've kind of adopted him as a father, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Growing up, my grandfather was my father figure, and he passed away. And this gentleman reached out to grade cards with us a few years ago. He was really big into sports cards. He lost his wife, and it kind of made him hate him, or he lost interest in cards.
Yeah.
And he found I have a second YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he found that channel, and he had never graded cards in his life. And he reached out to us, and we've been grading cards for him ever since. And it rekindled his love for cards, which was something he enjoyed with his wife.
Yeah.
So he comes down, he stays at our house. We go to the show and everything. Obviously, Tim's going to be there. I know 90% of the dealers there, like, some way or another. There's a dealer there. Crazy story. And to show you the amount of trust people have put into us, I had a gentleman send me 2 1952 Mickey Mantles, 2 1952 Jackie Robinsons, 2 1952 Eddie Matthews, and a 1954 Hank Aaron, which is his rookie. He sent all 7 cards to us, and we sent them in, got them graded. Now, I don't know. To give you an idea, the Mickey Mantle right now, the 1952 Mickey Mantle holds the record currently for most expensive card in the hobby. These mantles that he had were in the $40,000 to $50,000 range each, and he had 2 of them. Not only did he trust us sending them in and all of that for him, I actually found a buyer. And one gentleman purchased all 7 cards off of the guy for $160,000 cash. So I not only was able to help him get the cards graded, but I was able to help him get them sold. Kind of back to your question of, do people ask me if I want to buy cards? If it's not anything I'm interested in, I know a lot of people in the hobby now.
Yeah.
I can normally find somebody that might want it. Not always, but in many cases, I could find normally find somebody that would be interested. So, it's a lot of fun. But I know dealers, he'll be up there at the show. There's a dealer that I bought this off of at the National last year that's always there. That's a 33 Gehrig rookie. So, yeah, I'm actually, this might shock y'all, Um, reselling has opened my eyes to something, and it's kind of a bittersweet story, but my intent with my card collection, especially like the Ruth and the Willie Mays and all that stuff, was I get to enjoy them today. I love collecting cards, but then I was going to hand them down to my kids when my time comes, right? But reselling has opened my eyes with going to estate sales or like even garage sales and stuff, hearing the stories from these families who have lost a family member, and then they're left with, in a sense, a burden of trying to figure out how to get rid of this stuff. And as we see many cases, they're having to sell it for pennies on the dollar of its value because that's just the way things are. And I got to thinking about it after all of that, and I'm like, I don't want to leave my kids that memory of me. I don't want to leave them that burden, and I also don't want them taking advantage of the value of these cards. So I've been highly considering moving out of a lot of my higher end cards and just sticking to the fun stuff, like my Washington National stuff or my Dallas Star stuff, and just keeping it the really fun stuff and not the investment stuff, and taking that money and putting it into something else for them, maybe property or something like that, there's going to be a better value and less burden instead of thousands of freaking baseball cards. So but
That's interesting because I've always wondered how the grading process worked and all that. I just know it costs a lot of money, and sometimes you just like what Leroy's asking: is the lesser value stuff even worth it just to raise the value in it? Is it worth the money? I wanted to do it, but I don't know.
It depends. There is a lot to learn, and I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that it's a fun hobby, but there is so much like attention drawn to the value of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Money brings problems. And there's so much scams, counterfeits, trimmed stuff. Like, I like this, I'll show it again, but this is a beautiful card, but it is missing the bottom. Now, I knew that buying it, but
Right.
there are people that will take a perfectly good card and they'll trim the edges or they'll color it in or whatever, and you're going to pay up for it to only find out later it's an altered card. And there to the naked eye, this looks like a beautiful Babe Ruth. To an unknowing suspect, this is actually fake.
Wow.
It's a very well done fake, but it's fake. So, and there's tons of that out there. So you really have to do your homework. There's a lot to learn in it. And you can lose a lot of money really fast.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That's why I like dealing with cheap stuff, man.
You're right.
I won't spend no money. Like if I find something in my bins that's worth like $40 and I paid 10 cents for it, like I'm good. I'm good. I need to chase those expensive. When I see these guys selling like $300-$400 items, I get jealous. But at the end of the day, dude, I don't care.
I'll tell you, Leroy, there's nothing wrong with that, because some of the items that I find that I sell, like I think we showed it to you, that paperweight.
Yeah.
That we sold for $500.
That's crazy.
How much do you spend for? How much?
What's that?
How much did you give for that paperweight?
$10.
Yeah.
There was a couple
It
of
was
things you bought that you paid up for. I forgot what it was. Was there a knife or there was a few things that you bought that you paid up for, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't pay that much.
so I bought a dagger, and the only reason I bought it was I never seen one in its history. It was from World War II. It was an SA German dagger. I
Oh
pay
wow.
and it's funny you bring that up because I haven't done anything with that dagger
Yeah.
because I can't sell it on eBay. You know, it's against the policies because of what's on it and everything. Um, but
Really?
I reached out to a company that actually specializes in them, and I just wanted to
Oh, really?
see how well did I do on it.
Uh-huh.
And the guy told me to email him pictures, so I did, and he emailed me back. He offered me now. Keep in mind, he needs a cut because he's gonna resell it, right? He offered me $675 for it.
Ah! So it's worth
So,
850 then.
Holy cow.
probably from what I've seen on some other ones, I'm thinking probably around 12 to 14. So,
And what
but
did
on
you
a
and what did you pay
blind,
for it?
just
You
I
paid
paid 300.
300. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
Holy.
said that, I was like, I didn't spend. Remember, I told you, I said I didn't spend $300 this whole trip.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, Brandon, did you see that I sold that helicopter? I showed you the helicopter, right?
Yep. You showed
Did
me
I
the helicopter.
did I tell you I sold it?
Hey, AZ
Yeah,
Cats.
I heard you on the
Yeah,
reseller information, and I seen the post on Instagram.
150 or 130 for that stupid thing.
Yep, and
Everybody say
I
hello
tell
to
you,
Zoo.
like, there's so many items out there. Like, it's amazing to me doing this. Like in cards, there is values plastered everywhere. It's not hard to look up and see what this card is worth, right? And that's kind of what attracted me to this. The reselling thing is it has a lot of similarities. You know, you mentioned going to a card show, right? What do you do at a card show? You walk around, you look through display cases, you dig in boxes,
Yeah.
whatever. You try to hunt for cards. Well, when you go to a yard sale, what do? You're hunting for an item. In a estate sale, you're hunting for an item, whatever. It's very similar. The only difference is when I go to a card show, if I pick this card up, the dealer knows what it's worth and he's going to want
When
that
it's good.
value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So and if you want to sell it to him, well, then he's going to be like, well, I'm a dealer. I got to have some meat on the bone. So he's not going to give you full market value on it. So I can go to a yard sale and pick up some, and I did a little Instagram reel and stuff. Some of the most random, silly things you can buy for 50 cents, a quarter, or a dollar,
And get
and sell it.
$14 for it.
Yeah, well, I showed on my reel yesterday. There was a $23 item, 2 items that I got $18 total for, and another one for $18. Right? I had $2 in the pile of stuff sitting there. So, and it's just like a UPS jacket. How many people would think people buy UPS? And you think about it, but these employees need them, right? And it's a lot cheaper to buy them on eBay than from the employer. I bought 3 of them at the Route 29. I gave $11 for them. I've listed 2 of the 3 that I bought, and both of them sold within 12 hours.
Wow.
The vest sold for 70. The jacket I listed yesterday sold for 100. Combined, I'm into those 2 for $7 at $170.
And I'm going to interrupt you. And I'm going to interrupt you. The crazy thing is, and no disrespect, because I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but I'm wrong and right at the same time. The crazy thing is, you can't get that out of a baseball card. You can, but people know. Oh, I got to check a card. People have stuff around their house that they have no clue. To them, it's worth nothing. I bought this box, right? It was just a stupid little box. It was full of trinkets. Now, first of all, I'm listing the box. I'm going to list the box because it's about 2000s AAA sticker. It was some kid's box. that he put stickers on. Somebody will want this box, but it had all trinkets in it. I bought the whole thing for $4. I probably made $60 off the trinkets, but there wasn't no headaches in them. Nobody's gonna send me back the trinkets. It was a little pocket knife, a little keychain, some Legos. Nobody's sending me back and saying this is broken or this card is damaged more than you said. With a lot of the hard goods we sell, if you do it right, they don't, your return is not as strong in my eyes for what I sell than like when you do baseball cards, Brandon. I mean, there's probably times where you're like, man, all right, I hope nobody comes back and says, oh, this isn't what the pictures show, or so on and so forth.
I don't really ever have that problem, but I also have done this enough that I know what people are looking for. And if a card has a defect, I will mention it and I'll also discount the price a little bit and put in there so I avoid that. My biggest fear with cards is the scammers because there's a lot of folks that will buy and do a chargeback. That's the biggest issue. Now, luckily, eBay, I don't have any wood around, so here, I'll do it over here. Knock on wood. eBay has always stood up for that and protected the chargeback things or the unidentified purchases or whatever. But that's the biggest issue. I mean, the other side to it. So here's this one just sold. It sold for 400, and you see it goes to authenticity guarantee. They can't return it once it goes there. This is the one I sold on the 12th, and it's not focusing very well, but that one sold for 2,500 or 2,250. I'm sorry. And again, authenticity guarantee. So most of the stuff eBay has policies in place to help protect from silly stuff like that. Also, sports cards, I think the return policy is only 3 days.
Okay.
It's either 3 days or 10 days. I can't remember, but it's not the 30-day policy like everything else is. So there is some safety nets in place for it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I like what I do. I know I could make more if I decided to sell something a little more risky. But then on the other side of it is I won't have the passion for it. So, I mean, Brandon, you've actually seen me in person. When I get around this stuff, I geek out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember the little motors I showed you, the little electric motors. They were in like a bin.
Yep.
I bought those for $3. I knew them because we all have hobbies or something we've spent that money in real life. If you have a kid that's in band, you've bought band shoes, you've bought soccer cleats, those things you have to bring back into your mind when you do reselling. And I bought that for $3. I sold one for $46, and I sold the rest of them for $48.
And you mentioned something that's very important with all of this that I've even learned. The best thing, like, I don't stick to any one particular category or whatever. The cards, like those card sales, that's from collection. Like that's from my collection or whatever. And if people, just like Tim, or I hear a lot of people mention Rod picking and punching about the grading and stuff. If anybody ever had any questions, I've been doing I can't even tell you how many thousands of cards I've submitted for grading. So if anybody ever had questions, or if you had a card you come across and you want to know, hey, do you think this is real, or do you think it's worth grading or whatever, I wouldn't mind helping somebody out or whatever. But the cards are more of my hobby, and the ones I'm selling are just it funds if I want to buy a different card. That's all it is. It's not paying my bills. That's why I started reselling, is because I didn't want my hobby supporting my bills. I wanted to separate the two.
And your stores are different, right, Brandon? You have two different stores?
I thought about doing two different. I kept them all one thing.
So your
kept it all
baseball
in
cards,
sync.
because you've been on eBay for 15 years, 20 years, right?
Yeah, I graduated high school in 98, and I remember the early days of eBay, piddling with cards or whatever. Back when you had to mail money orders or cash or whatever to
You
pay and all
graduated
that.
in 98.
What's that?
You
Wait a
graduated.
minute. Did he just say he graduated in 98?
You
I said I
graduated
graduated
in
in
98.
98. Yep. Yep.
In 98,
Oh,
I was breaking girls' hearts and making $50,000 a year. I was
Yep.
in 98. I graduated in 93.
And I
what?
graduated in 98, and
So I'm the
actually
old
in
man.
99 I moved to Indiana. So 19 I moved halfway across the country away from all my family, surprisingly. But then in 2023. In 2003, I actually started working for Cummins,
Yeah.
building the diesel engines for the Ram pickups. So that was a lot of fun. Made really good money there. But then when my grandfather got sick and lost my brother and everything, I moved back over here to Virginia. But you mentioned, the passion, and Josh has the perfect point there. I don't stay in one category, but I do have things, and I am very well aware of it. I have things that if I find them, I get excited and I enjoy listing them. I have other
Mhm.
things, and this is a secret about me, probably a surprise. I'm guilty because I'll buy them when I find them. And every single time I do, I ask myself, well, why did I buy this? And that is video games.
Right?
I have so many video games and consoles and everything, and I'm just like, every time I put them on a shelf or put them in a tote, and I'm like, I know I won't mess with them, but yet I still bought it. And why did I do this? They're fun to find, but I hate listing them. I hate it.
Really?
Yep,
Wow. I like this is I love finding t-shirts, vintage t-shirts, and then you got
that's one
some
of my
old like
faves.
pearl snap Wranglers, and then I love finding Brooks Brothers dress shirts and stuff like that at a really good price to sell because I sell those on lots. But what I hate listing them suckers, man. I hate listing shirts. I hate
See,
listing
we're
pants.
opposite.
And here's why. Here's why. Number one, the main one is the reason you have to measure everything out. I mean, I
Yep.
just let me hang it up and take a picture of it and be done with it. But you can't do that, especially with vintage shirts, because a large and vintage shirt is not a large today. That's like a medium or something, possibly even a small. So
Well, I would rather do that than sit down and spend the time. And Leroy knows this because he has to do it with tools sometimes, but he's got processes. But you take a video game console and you have to clean that sucker out. And then you have to test it, right? And how long do you test it for? Do you give it 30 minutes? Do you play the
No,
game for 6 hours? Do you
six
have to play
sixes.
for a week? Like,
Yeah.
how long do you need to test it for, right? But how many times do you hear the horror stories
Yeah.
of somebody got this console and they want to send it back because it doesn't work? You
Yeah.
got, just like in sports cars, there's so many scammers out there that'll buy it off you, open it
mhm.
up, take a piece out of it that they need, tell you it doesn't work, send it back to you. And that's
Yep.
just such a turnoff that it makes me like despise even listing them. And it's such a saturated market now too, but I'm guilty of it. Like, if I see them, I'll buy them. I think I have 3 Nintendo 64s, 3 GameCubes, 4 Super Nintendos. I know I have 7 original Xboxes.
Wow.
I got one right now.
I PS2s, PS1s. I have so much stuff. and I can't stand it.
Oh, did
Hold
you
on a second,
happen?
Leroy.
Oh,
Hold on a second, Leroy. Hold on one second. I want Brandon. This is what I do. Okay, I love the video game and video game console deal. I love it. And here's what I do. I don't buy the ones that are working. I go to the dump and I get the ones they got in the trash dump and I sell them for parts. That way the suckers ain't working. You know, I mean, I ain't got to worry about them. That way I ain't got to worry about them sending it back, say it don't work. Well, it's bought as, you know, it's bought as parts and repair only. Even if
I
it does
listed one
work.
last night like that.
Yeah, even if it does work, because I've gotten stuff out of the dump that because see with at my location, the dump, they have an electronics bin. Every Saturday when I go there, I look in there. If I got a combo unit in there, I'll grab it. If I got a gaming console in there, I'll grab it. And other stuff in there, I'll grab it. I'll bring it home. I'll test it. If it works, you know, for as like combo units, I'll use them for a while, make sure they record, make sure they play and do everything. And then I'll sell them as works as is, whatever, you know. But with the gaming consoles, yes, they may turn on. Yes, the disc may read. Yes, the disc may play. But I always put in there, always, no matter if the sucker works or not, I use that as repair only. I got it for free. Parts and
Right.
repair only. I got it for free. I don't need to make $100 on the thing.
yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
like walking around and picking up a $20 bill somewhere. You sell a sucker for $40 free shipping, ship it UPS, you got your $20 profit, you know. That's why I love that category right there so bad.
That's why I love tools, because it for me it's like the Chris, pull up that one real quick.
Yeah, sorry.
So I got this piece, Brandon, right?
Mhm.
This is it right here. And I got this. I got a bucket full of stuff. This was on the bottom. It was all rusted. I cleaned it up. That one was that one I just showed you was auction, which I hate auctions. $30. I didn't pay $30 that whole day.
Yeah.
And this one item that was just sitting in the bottom of the bin somewhere. That's the cheapest is 30. You got a 55 here, then you got a 47, then you got a 75 brand new. So, you know, like you guys said, you never know. You never know. And that's what I like, the thrill of the hunt. I stay in one category, but if I've never seen it, because I've dealt with so many tools, it's worth the dollar to pick it up, because
There's something with tools, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've noticed this a bit. You can buy tools usually really, really, really cheap, but get them in bulk.
yes.
I showed you, it was several months ago when I bought that whole toolbox.
Yeah.
And I paid $100 for the box and every tool in it. And the reason I grew up around mechanic, like I said, I worked in manufacturing, so I am familiar with tools. But the reason I bought those is because there was some proto
Yes.
combination wrenches, and they were
Yes.
like the inch and a half, inch and
Yeah.
5/16, inch and
Big
3/8, and all that.
boys.
Those are like $35 to $50 a
A
piece.
piece.
Yeah. So when I seen those in there, I was like, if I give $100 for this whole box, I can't lose. Like,
No.
there's no way to lose on this box. And you know, I've noticed that with tools, people will bulk it up. They don't really piece it. You're not buying wrenches by the piece usually. You're buying them in a bucket that's got a ton of them in it, and some of that stuff, like that little piece right there, can pay for the whole thing and put you in the profit.
Yeah.
So, and you ain't got to worry about them breaking.
No, and they're easy ships, you know. And people will say to me, "Oh, well, you know, you're shipping, like all your stuff is heavy." I'm like, "No, it's not. I use 90% of my shipping is a poly bag, 90% poly bag. You know, so it's really not what you think it is." I do want to ask two things, guys. I don't know what you guys are doing. If we could cut out at 5,
Yeah.
one of the reasons I'm asking is I'd like to do this again. It's not my show, but I'd love to do this again with you guys. If you guys are willing to do it, you know, Brandon, if whenever you want to come, I know you needed this one. You needed this one, but you know, anytime, you know, I just want to be cordial with people. I just want have fun what you're doing and no BS. Like that's just not what
Exactly.
you guys know.
Right.
That's not what I'm about.
Well, Leroy, I can, like, already got the Friday night show at 6 o'clock. You know that is wide open for any guest to join. Like, Brandon, if you want to, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a show, another Q&A show on Friday nights. That's my main show every Friday. You guys are welcome to come in. Just let me know you're here, and I'll send you the invite code to jump in. Today, the reason this video, now we've been on for 3 hours and 15 minutes. You know, I've been on, and the reason I started this one is because I just wanted to list items and do it live and talk and stuff like that. And then Leroy come in, and I invited him in, and then he was talking about you, and I wanted someone else to come in that has a different outlook on some other stuff that we were talking about at the time, which I'm really glad, because you've told us a lot about grading and stuff like that, which has really been interesting to me, you know. And I'm sure
I gotta pay him, Chris.
What's that?
I gotta pay him. He's not cheap. This
Oh,
is
man,
gonna
Oh, you
I
had to
wish.
pay him?
I wish. No.
This is gonna
Man.
No, and the beautiful thing is, I can hide behind like the card thing. You know, I heard Carrie on Trash to Cash a couple episodes ago say something about me, and he said that I'm the card guy. And Tim knows me from the card show, and obviously I have another channel. My other channel it's monetized and everything, but I don't do much content over there anymore because I'm someone that when
Is it that good? Say it's that good,
that
huh?
sounded like a good lot there, but when I put forth effort into something, I want to do it the best I can. I told you at the meetup, Leroy, the one thing I found in reselling, everybody does it different. Like there's so many channels out there that tell people how they need to do things or whatever. Reseller Information Network, y'all try to answer questions and help people, but there's some people that are like, if you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong. And we all do it different.
I know a guy. I'm gonna cut you off. I know a guy, and it's nobody here. I know a guy that was new into reselling, and he would message some of the bigger guys, and they just don't have time to answer your questions, and they come off standoffish or rude. A lot of people think that because at a certain point they're about YouTube. It's about YouTube. At a certain point, it's about YouTube, and because you've been to people's houses, and you're making a video or whatever. It's about YouTube because they're at that level, and I can't get mad at them because a lot of these guys are my best friends.
Well,
go ahead.
The thing too is people need to, I think, find their own path.
Yes.
And Elon Musk didn't become a billionaire because he followed someone else's path, or Sam Walton didn't become, creating Walmart because he followed and copied other people. We are in a retail somewhat sort of environment. We're just online. We all have little stores or our little eBay nook, we're on a platform or whatever, Macari, whatever, but we have our nook. And we need to put ourselves and set ourselves apart and do things what works for us and is successful for us. Now, asking a question, like questions about shipping, those are great because shipping is probably the hardest thing to figure out, and doing it over time, you learn more, especially the pricing of it. Cleaning hats like Cernak, that's something people may not know. If you can help tips and tricks. Tim with glass, I'm sure he gets 1,000 messages a day. Hey, what is this? What is this? What is this? But we need to all do things our own way and become successful on what works for us. And I've been very proud. I created a separate channel for reselling. Now it hasn't grown like like my other one, but I separated them for the enjoyment of doing something different, like a different path, right? I don't share what my eBay store is, so I don't have viewer sales. I know that my store has organically and naturally grown, and the sales I'm making, I know I'm doing something right. And it's just cool to be able to talk to everybody. Um, I'm respected by my peers. Well, that's high praise. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. I and Leroy's met me. I'm glad to be on here and talking with you, Chris. Uh, I don't ever want to. I don't ever want to be a burden to anybody. I just want to make friends, have fun, talk, and this can be a very boring job.
Job.
Yeah.
It can be boring.
Oh
But
yeah.
I have been very proud at what I've been able to accomplish. Leroy seen my 90 day and his mouth dropped when he seen it at the 127. And that's coming from somebody that's new to this. And I think anybody can do it. It's just putting in the work.
Yeah,
Look, my 90 days embarrassing.
I bet
Or
you.
does it work for you?
I bet you your 90 days better than mine.
I doubt it, Leroy. I doubt it. I doubt
We'll talk off there.
it. But yeah, Brenda, I would love to have you on again. Like I said, this was just something I was trying out today. I may do this again because I got to. I work 3 days a week at a 9 to 5. I travel to Georgia, and I Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I work, so I don't get any time to do with YouTube or eBay or any of my other reselling platforms. So I feel overwhelmed when I come home because I only got really 2.5 days to do anything. And I was thinking today, I'm sitting here listing. I was like, well, I can start a video and do a live listing. I've seen people do that. And of course, Reseller Information Network and Cat the Nurse Flipper are the two live shows that have actually inspired me to do this whole thing live, period. So it's
A
it's an
little
experience for me.
a little secret, um, just to maybe help inspire you a little bit more. I am very inconsistent on my YouTube channel on the reselling because I focus more on the reselling itself. I
Hmm.
like listing, I like selling stuff, and that's what it's about. The
Hmm.
YouTube is my side
Yeah.
fun community. Try to get to know people in the community thing. That's just an aspect of it. It's like coworkers, right? That's the
Right,
YouTube part of it.
right.
But when I did my card channel, it was so much easier not only to get used to being behind a camera, but it sucks editing and uploading and all that. For about the first, I don't know, at least 6 months, probably. I would have to go back and look. But I went live every night. Every single night, I would go live because it was funner to get on and see the people in the chat. It was also during the pandemic, so people were at home,
Hmm.
and it gave everybody a little community space to get in and chat. But it was easier for me, even if you only get a couple people in here. It's it's that community aspect, that
Right,
it's talking to other people and
right.
just hanging out. And it's definitely a great way if you don't have the time to put into your channel. It's still allowing you to have the channel, allow you to get to know people, share information, talk to people, all of that. So don't ever be ashamed of doing lives or only doing lives because it's actually it's a great way to do it.
And
So
Well,
you just
no,
gotta
go
learn.
ahead, Leroy.
You just gotta learn. You gotta give yourself. You know, you're calling it a listing live. So there are times whenever I did my listing lives, I literally would. I won't talk to the chat. Like every once in a while, I look my head up and I would say, okay, I'm doing 3 listings. It might take me 30 minutes, and I'll just look up, boop, and or if I was with somebody else, I'd say, hey, it's my turn to go, and I'd be right there and I'd chime in, but I would never look up. I would just stay focusing on listing the 3 items, and then I'd goof off. You have to do that as well because Brandon's not making me no money. Chris ain't making me no money. I
Hmm.
my money. You know what I mean?
And see, that's something that Rod, picking and punching. When I was on Cat's show, he was talking about the YouTube thing, and he said, "Hello, Josh," and he said, YouTube is fun, and we do it to help people along. But you got to remember, when we're doing YouTube, we're taking away from our eBay business. And because the question was, do you think having a YouTube channel gives you more success in reselling? And he's right. It takes you away, because I like, after doing lives for a couple of weeks, I actually like the lives better than recording videos. And here's why. Because when you do the video, you spend 2 to 3 hours editing that sucker before you can actually publish it. At least I do, because when I go out, I go to 5 or 6, maybe even 7 yard sales, but I can't, if I show everything, I'm putting, I'll have a 3-hour video out there. Nobody's going to watch the whole 3 hours. So you got to narrow that down into about a 20-minute to 30-minute video is what I try and reach it at. So with the lies, I don't worry about, yes, I mispronounce my words. Some people laugh, some people don't. Some of you turn me off if you don't like it, But on the live, I ain't got to worry about editing. I can just be myself and not worry about what's coming up next. And I can do, like Leroy said, I sit here and I listed 17 items while we've been live. I did my 17 items. I did more than what I normally do a day. So I like it. I like doing the live shows, and I especially like people coming on and talking with us. I mean, it's just so much fun.
It's 5 o'clock, and
Okay.
I got to cut you guys off. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Chris. Again,
Okay.
Brandon, thank you very, very much. And I'll talk to you, Brandon, in a little bit, actually.
Hey,
Yeah,
be
no
safe,
problem, man.
Leroy.
Yeah,
Nice
take
meeting you,
Safe
Chris.
trip.
Just
Nice
give me a
meeting you
heads up if you guys ever want to hang out and
Yeah,
BS.
I will. I got you on Instagram. I'll
I
send you a
don't have
message and see.
my listing set up here, but I could probably list cards or something while we sat here. I can do that
Okay.
anywhere. So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you
All right,
guys.
great.
I'll talk to you later, Leroy. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me on, Chris, and everybody in the chat. Appreciate you
Yeah,
guys.
bye,
Chris,
guys. Thank you for
thumbs
hanging out.
up. So
All right, you'll
talk
have
to
a
you
great
guys
day.
later.
See ya.
All right, bye.